Hello and welcome to Free Cheese episode 262. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Marc Augustiniak.
Hey.
Matt Zellner.
Hello.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. What's up, y'all?
What up?
Hey.
Hey. Dude.
Sounds like a sick Nickelback song.
Nope. Nickelback is neat, but I listened to a lot of Metallica today, and then I came home and played Quake a bunch. More on that later.
It's the equivalent of Nickelback, in my opinion.
What? No. I'm so upset.
Both of those things?
Metallica and Quake combined to Nickelback, right?
No.
Isn't that how math works?
No.
Ben is screaming.
Everyone's
Good.
screaming.
Good. I'm back.
I saw
A week hiatus. I've been listening to Nickelback.
I did see a man spray painting his house today.
That's okay.
Spray
House.
painting?
Like
Like an actual industrial spray paint gun, or
No.
like the real fucking shaking the
fucking
can?
shake it up and spray it out. I was driving and I was coming to a slow, what do you call those? Like a stop?
A stop sign?
No, it was like a light, but not. I was
A
way
rolling stop?
One of those caution lights?
one of those caution lights, but it was way up ahead. It's just like traffic sort of just started to slow down, and as I slowed down, I just heard like the. And I was like, the fuck's going on? Just like, you glance over and you look, and I was like, hold up, dude. Dude's got a yellow house, like, lemonade yellow. And he's just the siding with this fucking dark gray spray paint. And he didn't make it that far, but like, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, how long do you think it's going to take, dude?
Has he painted the house before?
Maybe that's how it got yellow in the first
it's
place?
his house?
No, I can't confirm that. My favorite thing would be if he got hired to do that. Because if that's the case, dude, I'm going to Lowe's right now. Get me some spray paint. Put out some ads.
Yeah, you get the gold spray paint,
Especially
and you
if
get
you
yourself
get-
a tube sock.
Dude, especially if you...
You'd be on Cops in no time. Have you seen that episode?
Yes.
I've seen an episode of It's Always Sunny.
Yes. I'm
What's
just,
going
you know,
on
you
over
get
here?
those signs up, we'll buy houses.
Dude, if you get paid by the hour, imagine how long that fucking takes.
Yeah, because you get high on the paint too, which is fun. And then
I'm thinking about $1, not even getting high. I mean, $4.20 blaze it every minute of the day, but
plus you got to charge them for supplies. And obviously it's $20 per can, a.k.a. you get the good stuff.
and then you can
$1.50.
make a dumb LLC under your name, and you can probably get that tax reimbursed, dude. That's the fucking career of a
That guy's
lifetime. I just
living the dream.
figured out my career.
Implying your brain cells aren't dead by then. To know to do that.
If you want to
Yeah.
protect those, you could take precautions and wear masks. I think that shit's
Never.
yeah, no.
The more lead, the better.
Dude, breathe it in.
Lead paint, dope.
My favorite chips.
Y'all ready for back to school?
No.
Dude, I love back to school season.
You know what? I
Love
said
it.
that no instinctively, just, the past, 20 years of my
It doesn't affect
26 years,
much.
and now
No, it
I
doesn't
just
affect me.
said no, and now I'm like, oh yeah, send those fuckers back to school. I don't want to be dealing with them.
I think the good thing is that it's not as much traffic on the road during the day.
Yes.
During the day, but in
Yeah.
the morning,
The
it
morning,
gets
those
worse.
college kids out on out on
Yeah.
the road. But
probably have to wake up like 15 minutes earlier.
what's dope is the weather gets better, which we've all been waiting for.
Which I think
False.
which is why you're ready for this.
That is
Yes.
The
an
underlying
opinion of
reason-
one man at this table about the weather.
all the good candy starts coming out.
Well, September
fair.
September's kind of August part 2 lately.
I'm not counting last year. We had hurricane season last year.
It was
That was
like- it was
Mother
hot as
Earth
balls.
saying "fuck you guys" last
Yeah.
year. This year, I think we're because it wasn't as hot this summer as it was last year.
Right, because September will be.
No,
I think it will.
I don't know,
At least for 2 weeks.
Turn on the flames.
dude. Burn me up. No, don't. I don't
Yeah.
want,
And
no.
then by the time fall is supposed to be here, it's going to go fucking straight to winter. It's going to look like fall, but it's going to feel like winter the entire time.
Winter is coming.
Just like 20 degree and windy, and it hurts.
no.
and
Give me a
everything's
cool
chapped.
55, dude.
I mean, yeah, I agree, but I just
Hopefully that's the weather for
Yeah,
October
hopefully.
Bear Fest.
Hopefully, it's the weather for the rest of my life.
Wow.
You're not gonna get that.
I mean, you can like move to Wisconsin, I guess.
The hell are they doing? in
No,
Wisconsin?
oh my God, no. Have you seen Green Bay games?
Oh yeah, they have brutal winters. Huh?
Yes, yeah. You don't like Wisconsin.
But
Like Nashville
I figured
is
every
a
other time
good.
it's just fall, and then I really bet it's like half fall, half winter.
I think Central California Like your San Jose,
Okay, their winters probably are fall.
Sunnyvale. Yeah, those areas, it's constantly just...
But then their summers are spring, so...
Also, your water is more radiated and polluted.
I mean, all water is...
But it's more.
Yeah.
Because you have all that across the ocean shit as well.
I like Target is empty in that back corner because all the fucking backpacks and notebooks are gone, which means any day now, all those red shirts are going to be putting up orange boxes. Triple dab.
Did the mic pick it up? I feel like it
It
did.
might have.
It's like,
I'm not sure. I don't know. How are y'all doing besides counting down the days till summer's over, Matt?
Never. I'm great. Came off the boat today. Dude, I have fucking 2 weeks of just watching Dota.
Man.
It's almost exhausting in a way.
Let's check in with Marc first before we jump into this.
doing great. I got out of bed.
Nice.
Getting off that bed was pretty good.
Look at that,
That's
man.
a good start to your day.
One foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it.
No, it was one weekend where I just didn't feel like doing anything. And I think I needed that. And I think I need a little more of that
Hell
still.
yeah.
Stayed up pretty late because of video games or whatever. But that was, pretty tame. Pretty tame.
I think that was my Friday. Did I do anything Friday? Yeah, I don't. Did I go out?
Like, I actually woke up around 7-ish Saturday, and I thought I was late for work, and I was so mad. And then I went back to sleep, and then I just, like, hibernated the rest of the day. Like, everybody was, like, blowing my phone up, and I was like, go figure. The one day where I, like, choose to sleep in and ignore everything blows up, and I'm just like, no, just gonna stay in and just watch a bunch of dumb Halo movies, because that's what I did.
Nice. Yeah, you've been getting... All right, we have a lot to uncover in this episode. We had the International, Marc's on a Halo kick. We got some Gamescom news coming at you later on. But first, I guess the moment of the hour. Let's talk about this guy spray painting his house. No, the International happened, right, Matt?
Oh, my God. Yes, it did. Just 2 weeks gone in a flash. God,
That's a big concert.
Dude, fucking T.I., man, he somehow found a way to not get arrested for a gun charge in those 2 weeks. It's quite amazing.
Jesus.
He just did keep a show going that long. Like, how much music do you have to have?
I mean, he went to sleep and he had the day off on Sunday. But then he came back to life. He had a long stint on Saturday.
So did all of those teams? So listeners, we're talking about the International, which is the 8th International, the annual Dota 2 tournament
Hosted by Valve, which is the big one.
Right. So how many teams entered? 16?
18. 18. For the group stage, it was divided into divisions of 9. Each of those did a round robin where they played each other in like a best of 2 almost. And then, they split the series, whatever. They split the series in the standings, and it went like that. And then from there, the bottom teams in each division got eliminated right on the dot, and then it's segregated off to an upper bracket and a lower bracket, where the lower bracket, if you lose, you're done. In the upper bracket, you win, you keep going. It's an easier road to the final. If you lose at an upper bracket, you go to the losers bracket, where you have to probably play a few more games to get into that final. It's a little bit harder path to the actual grand final. And that has happened over the course of the last 2 weeks, and holy shit.
And how long are those matches?
Typically about an hour, if you include the draft.
And that's why it's 2 weeks, right?
Just about, yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
So sorry.
No.
Like, that's surprisingly, outside of tournaments, the longest time, like, there's a game where, like, to me that doesn't seem that long, surprisingly. It is long, but I went to a Games Workshop once, and it was, I'd never been in there before, so I was just getting a little tour, talking to all the people, the usuals that go in, and they play Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's all tabletop, whatever. They have matches that last a whole weekend.
No.
Just a match between 2 people. Hours and hours in a day. And so that's just...
I mean, Dungeons & Dragons games, I mean, I know they can last
right,
a
but
whole
this
day
is
or
but this
whatever,
is for like I'm not sure if they're doing a tournament type thing, but
yeah,
that's insane.
Are we supposed to play D&D?
No.
All right.
I mean, I kind of play it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking.
I can't get me there. Maybe. I didn't think I was.
I mean, you don't
watching
have to do
Dota as much as I did.
You don't have to do traditional D&D. You can do a tabletop game that uses D&D like rules. Because there's ones with like vampires and shit, and my friend had one. And
Yo, isn't it a Bloodborne like fucking game coming out soon? Didn't we see something like that on Amazon or a trading card game?
There is a Bloodborne game already out.
I thought we were talking about that back in the day with someone.
We were.
Work. I forgot. I don't know if it was an official board game or trading card game, but we were eyeing it up. I'm like, ooh, that was fucking cool.
It's a card game where you have to come together tabletop style to take out random bosses.
Yeah.
The real jam is going to be that Binding of Isaac board game. That thing looks dope.
I didn't realize they were making that into a board game.
Yeah, it got
That's
kickstarted not too long ago.
Sheldon is turning into one too.
So many board games.
Is that what got announced? Oh no, that was the other. Right.
That was a while ago.
And then all these games each gonna have a Monopoly board of some kind too. So technically they're getting 2 board games.
Yeah, Bloodborne the card game. You between 3 and 5 players.
I think that's the one I played.
Come together for an hour or so to take out beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Go hunting.
Did it look like this?
Yeah.
Oh, rad. Yeah, all right, well.
Dope.
That's pretty cool.
I want to play that.
Probably buy it. I think it's on sale right now.
Speaking of things we want to play, though.
Oh, yeah. So
I
anyway.
didn't mean to digress.
The International. I did. I always mean to. The International. So we came together and watched the grand finals.
Yeah, we watched the coverage on Saturday, which included the losers bracket final to go to the grand finals. Based on what me and Joe did earlier in the day, we caught the last game in that series. And then from there, we went and got food, left the stream open, which is going to be an important part later on, and then came back and watched a fucking lot of Dota in a row that included... I warned him, I was like, hey man, this is the best of 5, it could go the distance, and that's a lot of hours of Dota. It, of course, went all 5 matches.
It's like the first time it's happened in 3 years, I think,
yep.
or 5?
Yeah, because Liquid last year 3-0'd after like an intense first game, and then somewhat shorter game 2 and game 3. But yeah, it was those were good games, especially that game 4. I think game 4 was the one.
Game 5 was kind of like, meh.
Because, like, I was watching, you were kind of playing Pokemon, like, not that I cared or whatever, but, like, you're kind of peeking up, watching, going back to your battle with your keychain, and then going back, peeking back up or whatever.
Talking about Klefki?
Yeah, whatever.
Dude.
I don't want to fucking get into that. Well, I'm sure we'll get into that later. Yeah, but then, like, that game 4, those last 20 minutes, you kind of, like, put everything down. I don't know if everything died and it was just a coincidence or not.
No, that was, like, all throughout each of those games we watched. Like, the beginning of Dota is boring as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I got to beat this Elite Four. Let me just jump in here real quick. So I was doing that. But each game as we got toward that final, because you kind of know when it all starts to turn, I was like, all right, let me pay attention here. And that game 4, I was like, this shit's getting wild.
It was just back and forth. And you just kind of had a feeling like that next team fight, you know, if OG lost it, they lost the tournament. Like, it's so weird to think, like, when I'm on my computer just playing casually, it's like, oh man, fucking, this game is not going well. We lose one more team fight, we probably lose everything. Now, times that, you know, multiply that by $11 million, and then think of the pressure that are on these, like, players,
Is
right?
it really $11 million?
The winner gets $11 million, the loser gets $5 million.
I would be fine just losing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, so it's like, I know it's still $5 million, but... You know, in the scheme of things, like, your next team fight, if it does not go well, or you misuse an item, or misuse an ability, or misclick, whatever, you just lost $11 million. Yeah. And then, you know, that game 4, just so back and forth, and finally OG won a huge team fight, then, you know, push the towers and the racks, and did they actually kill the throne, or did they call it GG, LGD?
In game 5 or 4?
4. In game 4. Whatever, it was all
remember.
but decided at that point. Either they took the throne or they called GG, which is like conceding in Dota on the tournament level. But oh my god, it was so back and forth those last 20 minutes of that game.
Yeah, you really had no idea. It was like, oh, China number 1. Oh, wait, I guess China number 2.
It's Red Bull number 1.
5 people a team?
5 people a team, yeah.
Okay, so losers would get $1 million each.
Yeah, and then,
then trying to split 11 5 ways.
And it was nuts. Like, you thinking like the
2.5.
You're thinking about the whole best of 5. Like OG won the first game, then PSG, LGD won the next 2 games, making it 2-1. OG had a must-win situation. They won in that crazy back-and-forth game that lasted. I think it was like a 62-minute game, not including the draft.
I think it was longer than that.
Which was the longest game of that series. And then there was kind of like the anticlimactic Game 5, which, I don't know, for a minute, because I kept saying that Invoker had to get online.
Yeah.
He had to get the gold, the net worth, to make it a game, and he was not there at the beginning of that game. And I was like, oh shit, LGD, China might be number 1.
It looked like LGD was coming through, but then...
And then the Invoker, there was a team fight or something, and that Invoker got the net worth to combine with, I think, the Phantom Lancer and the rest of the other OG lineup, and in a 35, 40-minute game, and it was over, and OG's fucking celebrating in their booth with the Red Bulls in the window and everything like that. Man, what a tournament.
It's pretty good.
I was glad I got the peak you're in, because I was concerned coming over, like, all right, like...
Oh, no.
I know I'm going to be into this. I just hope, like, this at least piques... Not even, like, piques interest to play the game, but at least he's, like, entertained in a way or something like that.
I knew it'd be, like, any high-level thing like that. Like, I could watch fucking croquet at a high level and it'd be... If it's high... Right? Like, when someone is the best at what they do, it's always entertaining to watch. Whether it's a guy spray painting inside of a house or some kids playing Dota, right? But, yeah, it was entertaining. I still have no idea what the fuck's going on.
There's a lot.
Like, okay, so we played it as well. Watching it, I understand what's going on way more than I do being in it. Being in it is overwhelming as fuck. So Matt even treated me to a month of Dota Plus, which is, your friendly neighborhood, walk your way through it and show you what things are and make recommendations and whatever. But even that, I'm like, am I doing this right? I don't know what this is. And most of the games that we played were spent by Matt going, go here, go there, follow me, jump here. And I do it. I try and engage in a team fight and then get wiped and then reset the clock.
And then there's it's tough even like trying to teach someone, because there's just things I forgot that I didn't know like less than 5 hours into that game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all right, so I'm like, all right, let's go to the tier 1 top lane, and then meanwhile I'm using those TPs, those town porter scroll things, like it just instinctively. Meanwhile in the back, like, I totally forgot that he probably does not have that item or doesn't know to buy it or how to use it or whatever. I'm like, oh wait, hold on. Do you have one of these like scroll looking things in your items? And all right, if you don't, you should buy one.
Here's the storm. I could jump into so much easier because you kind of just the objective and that's it. This adds in that whole meta of item buying, and it's like, what? I don't know what to do.
But, like, this is the thing I said a few weeks back when we started talking about Heroes of the Storm. Like, you saw that Hero the Enchantress, right? Yeah. Game 1, that Enchantress was just laying down the DPS. It was fucking killing everything it saw. And then Game 4, Enchantress was, like, a position 5, like, more of a support role. And, yes, it could deal damage, but it did not have the item build because it was more of a support role trying to get vision for their team, so that way they knew where to maybe pick a player off on the opposing team, or where to maybe take Roshan or just an opponent. Maybe pick a good team fight, catching them off guard or whatever. There's that whole item build part of Dota is it does escalate that kind of level of play and level of knowledge in a weird way. It matters a lot more.
It's pretty fun. I think the Pokemon company should make a MOBA.
I was down with that.
That'd be so fucking cool.
Dude, you did.
That would work.
My favorite thing was he was going through his Steam queue, I think between games, and he saw the. He did the same exact thing I did. So I was going through a queue like months back, and I saw this Marvel MOBA, and I was like, oh yeah, fucking Marvel MOBA. I'm all in on this, and then I clicked on it and realized it was all Chinese.
Korean.
Sorry, Korean. Yeah. Korean. And no English version. And I was like, oh well, shit.
You can't even download it. Even if you speak Korean or read it, doesn't matter.
Wasn't there a DC one?
Yeah. Canceled.
There was
or shut down or whatever.
Infinite Crisis.
That's it. Yeah.
It looked badass.
My favorite thing though was he did the same exact thing as me. He was like, "Oh shit, a Marvel MOBA. This looks cool." And he clicks on the link. And I'm like, "No." And then he clicks on the link. He's like, "Oh."
I thought maybe, but
no. The Dota, the international TI-8, the rapper. I'll say it one time just to appease everyone. It was a really fun and interesting 2 weeks. And I would think my favorite game of show was Game 3 between PSG and PSG, LGD, and OG, but not in the actual grand finals, the winners finals to get to the grand finals. Joe did not watch that game, but I showed him the last 5 minutes, this huge fucking swing and momentum that led to OG winning and going to the actual grand finals.
That was fucking nuts.
And I'm glad you got a little bit more context. Like, you watched 7 games of Dota and then got the fucking context of how that swing was huge. To put it in context, LGD was hitting, they pushed up on the base. They pretty much did some kind of 3 of the main heroes for the other team. OG was down, so they were pushing the base, and they got to the point where literally hitting the throne. And then all of OG's heroes got their cooldown stopped, so they were able to revive, fucking come in their own base, wipe LGD, and then go on and push and kill the throne 10 seconds before those other heroes that they just killed came back to life.
It was nuts.
And that game was the deciding game to go to the grand finals. So all that happened within 5 minutes, and all of a sudden, OG looking down and out for the count goes on. And I was telling Joe, when the cooldowns, when the heroes came back to life in OG's base and killed LGD and started pushing that mid lane, I started clenching my butthole watching. I was like, oh shit, this is getting real good.
I can only imagine their level of fury when they're in cooldown mode, waiting to respawn. They're just like, motherfuckers. Just everything in their head just waiting to explode.
I like when they cut to little clips of them screaming in their.
Has there been any mic mess ups or any fun audio stuff?
They don't cue into the mic.
They don't cue into the mic because there's a strategy thing. But they're and this is something I want to point out. The presentation at this event, very good. But one of the things, next to the mini map, they have this little mini cam of the player at their computer. You can kind of see their emotions as they're playing.
Nobody.
So that was cool. You saw some screaming, or just some just people just fucking just grab their hair God damn it, I fucked up, I misclicked or whatever.
The one badass thing that I liked a lot was during the drafting phase, as they're sitting, each team, they're in their little fucking magic bubbles that they're inside of, so they're soundproof. They do an AR thing where they have the heroes they're playing as they draft them floating in front of them in the middle of the stage. It's cool as shit looking.
Huh.
Really cool.
That's some Yu-Gi-Oh level stuff right there.
It was really cool. And then the one game, the fucking Valve staff worker walked through the AR shit. I was like, oh, well, that kind of breaks the goddamn illusion.
It's really cool, though.
Yeah, and you didn't see this much, but there's a hero called the Earthshaker, and he has this big fucking drum on the back of his neck that he kind of jumps around with. But his thing, when he's stagnant, the player or one of the people drafting can click on the hero and make him animate or whatever. And there's this thing where he kept beating that drum, and the entire fucking main thing, the crowd would just clap along with the Earthshaker. And then towards the end of the event, the players would toy with the crowd, they would cue it and then stop it, and then cue it and then stop it. It was so
like that.
It's like obviously the crowd can't see it in real life, but they have all the screens displaying pretty much the Twitch stream.
Yeah.
On those big ass screens. And that crowd, man, that place was packed. That is the hockey arena. And that place was loud. You could hear the "Let's Go OG" chants. You can hear the LGD chants.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
Following on Instagram was at that.
That's rad.
And it was just like all these different clips and pictures from they were pretty up close. I was like,
I kept seeing all these fucking nerds. I'm like, that could have been me.
Can you imagine how much money they make? They probably have food vendors there, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And I feel bad for the custodians.
Yeah.
And I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure if you have the pass, you can walk in and out of the arena on major sports events.
Okay.
So you can and because it's general admission, so you don't obviously don't have to come in right away or whatever. The gates are always open, but I'm pretty sure you can kind of leave and go at your pleasure, so you're not stuck spending $18 on food. 3 times because the day is so goddamn long.
And, are your seats assigned when you buy tickets?
No, it seemed like it was general admission.
Right.
So are you, if you buy a ticket to TI, do you have open admission for the whole 2 weeks?
There's 2 types of tickets. There's the midweek ticket from Monday to Thursday, and then there's a weekend ticket that gets you to Friday, which will be the winners finals and some of the losers semifinal stuff.
Got it.
And it will also get you a ticket to Saturday.
All right. We were going to go next year, but it's
in Shanghai.
In China. So, I mean, dude, I'm down to go to China, but I think I'm already going to Japan. So
yeah, I don't know about
2
Shanghai
international trips might be rough.
Are you going to Japan
on the wallet. 30th birthday.
Did we dare talk about our achievement in Twitch?
Oh, yeah, dude. Xbox gives you achievements for everything. And we got one on Twitch for watching the same Twitch channel for 8 hours consecutively.
I'm surprised you haven't done that yet.
I don't really watch Twitch.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought, what about E3?
Mixer,
we were
dude.
on Mixer.
Oh, we did do Mixer.
But we were in and out of that channel. That was the thing. No, we were fucking just on this channel straight. And part of the thing that helped us was after the the losers final, we went and got food but left the channel up.
Right.
Yeah.
So that helped with the 8 hours, but by the end of it, I mean, we probably watched 8 hours because the thing popped in the middle of the last game and we were watching some of the end stuff.
Yeah.
And fuck that clown. I forget his name. I don't even know his name.
That guy
there was some fucking clowns. So as good as the production level was at that tournament, there were some fucking clowns there. And there was this dude who was just a fucking clown.
Like literal clowns.
Sucked. No, not he should have been.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
No, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. We started off the day right though. Went out, got ourselves a Mewtwo.
We did get a Mewtwo.
And then you didn't go.
I did not get the next Pokemon. It's alright though. I don't care as much as you do.
But we went after Ho-Oh. So this actually by the time you're hearing this, it might be over, but this weekend there's big Ho-Oh stuff available at the legendary raids.
I think it's until the 27th,
which is today.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it runs through the end of the day or if it'll be like a midday.
I think it might.
Probably.
They're generous like that.
But yeah, my least favorite thing is these legendary fucking raids because I see everybody gets them, and you know my experience with the Registeel, where didn't matter every single time he'd jump out, I'd never caught one. 5 fucking attempts. Same thing with Regirock. I think we took down once, just nothing. So Ho-Oh, I was like, whatever. But I was walking up to the grocery store. I don't even remember what the fuck I had to get something. I wander in. I'm leaving. I'm like, oh, I'll wander over there, hit up this legendary raid, go up. And I'm standing around in the middle of the street, and I'm like, I don't think dudes are coming. I'm going to go home, I guess, because I can't do this by myself. And then, dude walks up. And I was like, are you here for the raid? And he was like, yep. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And, his friend walks up, and he's like, hey, what's up? And they're calling each other by their gamer tags, so I don't understand what's happening there. Then some dude walks up with his 2 kids, and he was like, oh, hey. He, knew them. He's like, I don't think we've met. Hey, I'm Marc. And I was like, no, you're not. That's Marc. But, hey. But very, kind. And
They're probably part of a Facebook group, and
they are. Yeah,
yep.
that all came out, and like they were all there. Ended up being like, I don't know, maybe like 7 of them, and then we had like a stranger who wandered. It was at a Sprint store. We had a stranger who wandered out of the Sprint store and was like, "Are you guys doing this raid?" And we were like, "Yeah." And she was like, "All right, cool." And then some girl pulled up and she had her boyfriend's phone in her hand. So we had plenty of people to do the raid. And then I was like, all right, what are the pro tips? How do I catch this fucking thing? And they were like, it's close up in your face. So you don't want to throw curveballs. You want to throw straight up when you curve and throw straight. And, do the circle trick where you press and hold till the circle's teeny, wait for him to do his attack, and then you spin, throw, done. It's like, all right, here we go. I got him on like my 4th or 5th ball. It didn't take much. I was like, oh shit, got one. Rad. And then Matt and I had the EX passes, so we went and did Mewtwo. And then have you done a legendary? You did.
I got Registeel.
You got Registeel by accident because you didn't care and
I just threw some Pokeballs and
oh god,
I got him.
Fuck it.
Great curveball. Right, cool.
But you hadn't done a Mewtwo raid before.
No, my first one.
And outside of Community Day, you haven't really seen that big of a crowd for the raids. I think there were 60 fucking people.
Oh yeah,
wow.
At this, because I got into a room and Matt's game, like the egg hatching of Mewtwo, kept like glitching.
I think it was at a bad. I think my service just sucks there.
Yeah,
I kind of noticed
that stuff just takes a bit.
It was just a weird thing, and I guess with everybody trying to flood it at one time. So I got in, but Matt didn't, and I was about to bail, and then he was like, nope, I'm good, I got into another one. So he got into another room of 20, and then got kicked out last minute, and then still got in, and you had, 15 in that final one?
15, 13, something like that, yeah.
With,
seconds left?
No,
another room
people. I got, the third room,
okay,
15.
Okay. Damn.
And so we did Mewtwo, caught him, thank fucking God. And then right when we finished up Mewtwo, a Ho-Oh had hatched. So we were because it was a couple gyms all kind of right near each other.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, let's fucking go do that. Why not? Wandered up there. Mine was a shiny, which first shiny I've ever caught in Pokemon or seen in Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, this is like I was saying. I think that's well deserved from the EVs that you did not get for a whole weekend.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Get fucked. Hey, I'll trade you a shiny Eevee for it. Don't do it. I don't want them.
All right.
I just want Lugia and Suicune.
Keep that hoe.
Yeah, I do want. He should be coming up, right? Like October.
Probably after Entei, I assume.
So So also this week, I think we talked about it last week on the podcast, didn't we? The Celebi stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Where are y'all at in it?
I haven't started it.
Oh shit.
I haven't really touched the game much this week.
Oh, what?
The only time
I kept saying it yesterday, and I don't remember what it was.
I think a lot of stuff that I'm doing.
That's not the Ghost Pokemon, right? That's the other one.
No, that's the other one.
That's
Which I only one more for that, by the way. Progress report.
Nice.
No, because I only really play the game at its fullest when I'm running.
Oh, the grass type. Pokemon.
So like Mondays and Thursdays is when I usually am playing Pokemon Go.
I get it.
Just slapping signs as I'm running around.
Yeah, Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
We're rolling.
Well, I play Pokemon Go every day.
Oh.
All right, Misha.
I'm on. So I'm still trapped on Magikarp. Katie and I went to brunch today, and part of our brunch plans were to go stop by the water so I could catch a bunch of fucking Magikarp.
None. Was there any there?
We didn't make it there. That was when my car started acting kind of goofy, and I was like, well, we should probably go switch cars out.
Did it get hyuked up?
Hyuk. It's a fun word to say. So nothing there, but Magikarp, he's coming. But I got on 4 of 8 in the Celebi one. I got to send 3 more gifts, which by the time this airs should be done. And then I got to finish walking with this fucking Eevee. And then evolve into Espeon. Which I am 3.8 out of 5 kilometers walked for the first candy. You got to do that twice and then evolve it.
You know, speaking of like just this game, I remember Ben was saying like whatever like bar he was at.
Yeah.
It was like just a constant Pokestop.
Yeah.
And that's where I was at the sushi place is like that too. So now whenever I go somewhere, like yesterday my mom wanted to go out to eat for dinner or whatever, and she wanted to go to Chili's for some reason. I rarely ever go to Chili's.
Yeah.
Not just I don't want to, I just don't.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed because it wasn't one. And
dude,
freaking the library next to us is. I'm like, now
I
I only want to go
read
to
a book.
restaurants.
Rather read a book than eat dinner.
I only want to go to restaurants that are a Pokestop.
I will show you. We had brunch today, and I was so fucking mad.
Because everything
around me was a fucking Pokestop.
You recorded it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
so
nearly
many.
So you're a couple blocks away from a lot of Pokestops. That's not nearly as bad as when I was at Pier 6, the concert pavilion in Baltimore. There was a fucking Pokestop. Like, if my seats were 7 rows up, I could have hit the Pokestop. But if my seats were also 10 rows back, I could have hit the gym. And my fucking seats were just sandwiched right there. And I was like trying to doing this weird action with my phone, trying to trick the GPS.
Just
and
hoping.
nothing.
Nothing.
Hoping that you don't.
Look,
throw
like
your
it was
phone
looking
across
like
the-
I was jamming to all-time low, but really I was like, fucking go to the Pokestop.
That's frustrating.
That's aggravating.
Dashboard confessional is not dope. I'm trying to get my Pokemon and go to work.
Yeah, I don't know. Games.
It's a game.
It
I
sure
guess.
is. I'm just enjoying filling out the Pokedex. You know, little by little and seeing what's coming next. I'm assuming Gen 4's any day now. Within the next week or two.
I don't know. I don't know how they plan that stuff out.
Time will tell.
It's not much to offer in Pokemon when it comes to Gen from here on out.
Did you play anything else besides Pokemon Go and Dota?
I mean, I obviously played some Dota between matches. No, you talked about it. I finally started it last week. I played quite a few hours of this game myself. Now at this point, Dead Cells is a games game. That game is dope.
Yeah, it's really good.
I can't stop playing it. Besides the time that I have those runs that shouldn't have ended, but they end prematurely and just kind of get mad and then move on to Dota for a turnaround. I'm like, man, after this round of Dota, I've kind of already watched 6 hours of Dota today, and I kind of don't want to play Dota at this point, so I can go back to Dead Cells. Joe's hit a lot of the notes of this game. I'm to the point now where I need to beat both bosses, the first 2 bosses, that kind of make some real progress. I think I need that double jump ability to kind of go further, or sorry,
Wall
not
jump?
double jump, the wall jump, to kind of go further in that game, or to at least have a sense of progression, like level wise. But the nice thing is, man, you just get those cells, you get those blueprints, and even if you die to a dumb thing right before the first boss, like, yeah, you might have only gotten 13 cells, but it's still 13 cells towards something, whether that's your 4th health flask or more of a gold reserve or whatever.
Yeah, you always feel like you're making progress.
Yeah, even if it's like inch by inch, you still get that level of satisfaction. And what I really like doing now is I have really just liked experimenting with that game. Like, there's one run where I was texting Joe and I was like, yeah, fuck health. I'm just going for this high-ass DPS run. So I got, like, they have the abilities, like the brutality. Oh, I forget the other 2. It's like
Vitality.
And then survival.
Yeah,
it's like it's essentially red, purple, and green.
Yeah.
And depending on what kind of weapon you have, they'll lean towards purple, green, or red. But I just had, like, all my skills, grenades, weapons, they were all just fucking red.
Yeah.
Or had a red shade to them at least, or colorless if you get like the weird like L weapons, L-type weapons. So every chance I got to add one to the red, like plus 15 damage, I just did that. And I had like these throwing knives that dealt this high amount of bleeding DPS but pierced through enemies. So if I just went into a room, there were 4 enemies, I just threw a knife, hit 4 people, back down, just fucking let them bleed out and die. It was
Slayer.
Dude, it was just fucking nuts. And then, I easily got through the first boss. That was actually my first run where I beat the second boss, I believe. I don't know, I might be mixing up my runs. But yeah, I got to the levels where I needed that. I needed to kind of do something within that level, like beat an elite to learn an ability. And I stumbled into the room and I didn't realize it, and I just fucking got destroyed by an enemy I think I've seen once before, and of course I forgot his moveset because I only seen it once before. Right. It just fucked me up, and
even sometimes, like, if you know the moveset, just seeing the word elite above their head, you get this panic in you, and you're like, oh,
yeah, exactly. It's like
stumble over everything.
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just throw everything, but just sometimes it's just too late. Or like if I had walked into that with like I had half health, now I'm just for some reason not reviving using one of my health flasks because I think I already used one earlier in the level and it was very early on that I used it. It's my first time in the level, so I was just like trying to like conserve it. And yeah, I walked in that room. Had I known, I would have used my second of, I think I had 3 at that point. And yeah, that game though is super fun to play. It just feels so good. I don't know. It's a Metroidvania game with the, the randomness. It's randomly generated those levels, but they're really not. You kind of get the same themes through each level, so you kind of know where stuff is, especially the speed run stuff.
Having that kind of permanent placement thing, like that was something where like Spelunky, there's no permanence. Like you kind of know, like, oh, there's a little bit of it. Like there's in a jungle room that has this type of thing, you can look for the secret shop or whatever. With Binding of Isaac, you kind of look for different colored doors, or by the way the map's laid out, like which walls to bomb, so you can find the secret rooms there and like that kind of stuff. But this just has that like that speed factor too, where you're like, I gotta get there. You just haul ass to make it, or you don't. Fuck it.
Then like with those first few levels, like you just go through them so fast at this point, you kind of forget. You kind of forget what your build is in a weird way, especially when you just died off another build.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you forget to slow down for the levels, like, you might not be so good at or unfamiliar with in a weird way. So you just kind of have to be careful a little bit. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that game. I don't think there is an end to it anytime soon for me because it is tough. It is unforgiving. Obviously, you have to restart your run every time you die. Yeah. But yeah, I keep plowing away, making a little bit of progress every time. But yeah, I'm to the point now where that first boss, like Joe faced him in that video. Did you die or did you beat him? I don't remember now.
Concierge?
Yeah.
I think I beat him in the video.
On air? Yeah, like...
I mean, at least one time. I might have died to him the one time, but I can't...
Yeah, but I think it was like a battle, right? Like, now I'm to the point where I don't even use like a health flask for him, depending on my build.
Dude, the buzzsaw trap is OP.
Hell yeah, dude.
Buzzsaw is dope. Even the things that shoot like the blaze that cause bleeding DPS. The mechanic that always made sure I had going into that fight was some kind of freeze, whether it was a grenade or the ice blast or an ice arrow or something like that. I finally faced him for the first time without like that ability, and yeah, I just fucking wrecked him because I just know the moveset. I know the tells and stuff. So there's a level of learning besides just collecting the cells that you use to progress there. But yeah, I'm gonna keep playing that game, and then I'm not gonna talk much about it because I already talked about this game fucking enough. But I keep plowing away March Tennis over here.
Oh yeah.
Just, I might hop on for a tournament or two. If I win, great. If I lose, I probably lost to a better opponent, and usually that's the case. But man, like, it's still like...
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
It's still like, I might lose to a Koopa one time, and then the next time as a Peach, might be a Waluigi. I seriously have not seen Bowser Jr. in a while, so that character must have gotten a major nerf.
Have there any patches rolled out, or it's still that last one?
No, still that last one that was kind of high one a few weeks back.
Yeah.
They did announce that the September character is indeed, I think, Diddy. They came out and officially said that, so if you just play one game in the ranked tournaments, you will get him for free. But yeah, that game's a game. It has its flaws, but also has its really good moments.
I'm glad it worked out again, because
the only thing now is, though, and this is something that helps me like go away from the game. Whenever I queue and I'm looking for a match for longer than 2 minutes, I know it's probably time to step away, because that community, it's kind of slowly dying in a weird way.
That sucks.
Yeah, you can just tell because even sometimes it's tough to get into a first round match. And it gets harder as you go through the rounds because it does not match make you. It looks for other people in those rounds. And that leads to weird scenarios with the matchmaking where like the first round, you would hope you would get matchmake with someone your like ability, but you might get matchmake with like the number 10 person in the world. Like, yeah, it's tough sometimes. And with those games, you kind of try to learn and go from there. And there's a lot of times where like I see the name because I look at the leaderboards enough, I recognize it. And I already kind of know going into it. All right, I might lose 8 points in a row to lose both games back to back. But if I can steal 1 or 2 points and maybe just learn what the fuck he's doing with that character, maybe I know what to look for next time, or maybe I can use that character to my advantage if I switch my character. But yeah, no, that I know. I don't have much more to say after that.
Just imagine how much harder it's going to be to get a match when the online thing starts costing money.
Yeah.
How many people actually want to pay for it?
That's all right. I might not be there either. So good luck to the other players out there. Sorry.
Next month.
Still floss with Fortnite, though, for free.
Oh, boy. For free?
Mm-hmm. Nintendo came out and said... Or no, Epic came out and said. Who said it?
I'm sorry.
No,
I thought you meant the buying the actual...
Oh, I'll buy that. I'd rather give my money towards buying a floss than actual Nintendo's online service.
I'm pretty sure it was Nintendo. Just any games that are free to play on there won't cost money.
Yeah.
That are online.
That's PS4 stance, not Microsoft stance. I'm just going to throw that one out there. But yeah.
Which is an odd... Yeah.
They'll change that.
Yeah.
When they need to.
Speaking of Microsoft, Mark, you fell into a little Halo holo over there this week.
Oh, Halo.
Well,
hello.
Well, spoilers, I haven't played any games.
That doesn't matter. You don't need to play the games to be...
I've just been hyped.
You just want to be the very best that no one ever was.
So what set this off?
I think Gamescom had something to do with it. But before that, E3, and then when they showed Infinite.
Yeah.
Because that just brought up... and then like when everyone's talking about like playing like Quake Champions and all this online stuff... And I kept thinking about Unreal Tournament, and other than that, I think of Halo 3 multiplayer.
Halo 3 multiplayer,
like
best of the best.
Like I'm probably shitballs bad at it now. I mean, I was never like the greatest before, but that was definitely one of the few times where I liked being a little competitive, and that's rare for me.
Did you own an Xbox 360?
Yeah.
Or? Oh yeah. See, I never owned an Xbox 360, so I could never like just play for hours on end. I always played over a friend's house.
I've never owned an Xbox One. But now with like between that Master Chief Collection and then with the news with that and everything, I've just been like, I've been really itching to play that so bad now. Like I want to go through all the games on Legendary and then do the multiplayer. I really like.
Did you make any decisions since we last talked?
Nah, not yet.
Did you?
I'm waiting for paychecks to line up and
deal any Xboxes
no.
since we last talked.
No, not yet. Because I've just been like. Just I don't know. So like my brother owns an Xbox One X, and it's all the way upstairs in his entertainment room, and I could just play that. I could just buy Xbox Live or whatever it's called, Gold or whatever.
Yeah.
And just play on there. And
you don't even have to actually.
But more than half the time, like my mom falls asleep in there on the couch.
Yeah.
Or my brother will be in there when. Because we have different shifts with working. So when I'm at work, he's sleeping, and when I come home, he's either just waking up or whatever. And so it's just weird timing. But I was thinking about just migrating it to my room and see if anyone would notice. They would, because I don't think he only got it to play Call of Duty with his friends. That World War II one, I think. But since then, I don't think he's played anything.
Oh, good news! Black Ops 4 is around the corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's. Yeah, I don't know.
Blackout.
I think you can play without. Just side note, I don't think you need Xbox Live. If he has gold, you don't need it.
Nope. If you want to play on your profile, you need gold.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Even if it's his primary, it's not the same as PS Plus, where like a console shares the.
I mean, because I was just gonna revive my gamer tag and finally update the name probably, or unless I just keep it. Yeah. I don't know. So, I mean, Snatchbox 20 is pretty good.
It's pretty good,
but. It's also a sign of the times with my humor.
So you said you started getting into some Halo movies.
Yeah, so like
lay down the lore for me here.
Oh yeah, like I wanted to get more into the lore of it. I didn't realize how many fucking books there are.
There's so many. I bought one of those books. I bought the first book, and I was like, I'm gonna read. Yeah, I never fucking cracked the title.
Was Fall of Reach? Isn't that the name of it? Yeah.
Because I was gonna try to find like audiobook versions and just listen to them while I'm at work. I'm like, this is a good way. But I was trying to find like, what's an order to read them all in? When there's a chronological order to all this stuff, or people was like, just read it the way they were published. I'm like, no.
I'm sure there's some YouTuber that's like, if you're on sort of Fall of Reach.
No, I found a website that organizes all their media in chronological order, and you can filter what you want it to be sorted by. So they have comics, novels, TV, like the movie stuff, video stuff, and games.
Let me tell you what, that website was offline this weekend because all those fucking nerds were at the International watching some Dota being played.
Yeah, but I watched Fall of Reach.
Is that...
That's like the animated one that almost looks like a motion comic, but a little more than a motion comic.
Okay, yep.
Where it deals with Master Chief, also known as John 117, as him growing up into becoming the Master Chief.
All right.
So
John McClane.
Yeah.
So get the hell out of here.
It's pretty interesting. That one, I don't think it used the voice actor for Master Chief. Maybe it did.
Yeah.
But
they used Bruce Willis.
No, sadly.
Damn.
And then there was one that was original Netflix, and then now it's just everywhere, and I forget the name of it already.
Legends?
No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
No.
Forward Until Dawn.
That's it.
Yeah.
Forward
Until Dawn. That's all right.
That one I think I turned off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That one was the one with like the two Spartan cadets or whatever, or like the boy and the girl at the beginning.
They're just U.S. or UNSC soldiers, whatever.
But that's
in
what
training.
Yeah.
And then like that whole place they never had a real fight before.
Right.
Covenant came, and then Master Chief comes and saves them.
I didn't know Chief showed up.
It's like towards the very end. Like it's like you have to go through an hour of this shit before he pops up.
Did you watch Legends?
I did watch Legends. I own Legends on DVD. And because my PlayStation service was like, under maintenance, the internet, I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to watch a fucking DVD.
Yeah.
And I put that in. And then I was like, oh, it got fixed. I was like, oh, it's on Netflix.
Fucking story of my life. PSN's
DVD.
down for maintenance.
So I watched the Netflix one instead. And
nice.
That one's pretty good. Halo Legends is just an anthology of different mini animations that deal with whatever.
Yeah, it reminded me of that Batman Gotham Knights.
Mm-hmm. And Matrix did it as well.
Yeah.
So it's a lot like that. It's pretty cool. Like the first two parts are Origins. It explains the whole, how everything started.
Yeah.
And some of it's just funny. Some of it's serious. It was pretty good all around. And then there is that one that links between Halo 4 and 5.
Forward Until... I don't remember. What the hell was that one?
Forward Until 5.
Yeah.
But this one focuses on Locke.
Right.
Yeah. Doesn't Locke the dude from 5?
Yeah.
He's the other like protagonist, kinda, I guess.
Yeah.
Locke
and it's played by Michael Coulter, who is Luke Cage in the Netflix shows.
Oh.
So like that was apparently it was produced or directed by Ridley Scott.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wait, really?
But it looked like a high budget sci-fi movie. Does that make sense?
Sci-fi channel.
Okay, yeah. This looks like a higher budget sci-fi channel.
It's like a Sharknado of sorts.
I mean, like the acting was actually decent. It's just the CG wasn't great.
So Sharknado without Tara Reid. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, that sounds okay. And I think that's everything that they've produced as far as videos go, outside of like the commercials that are really good and like the mini documentary stuff.
I mean, commercials that are misleading for the new game.
Yeah, for 5, but like Halo 3 had some good marketing.
Oh, I'm just a dig. That's all.
Nightfall. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That one takes place on a broken piece of an old Halo.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's just like a bunch of like these weird like worm creatures that like look like centipedes, and they all like morph together.
Yep.
To, like,
that's all right. I'm done. I'm out.
They feed on technology.
Okay, Flood.
So they're trying to get to a ship that can only take 2 people, and people just die along the way.
That's pretty badass.
So it's just the origin of Locke getting to where he is in Halo 5. And it's like, all right. Now I'm just like looking forward to I think it's Showtime that picked up a Halo series.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
But like none of these have used the voice actor, and I kind of hope they use him.
In the Showtime show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I forget his name. It's like Steve something.
Downs.
Yeah, or something like that. And yeah, because I was watching a documentary on him. Dude is a radio host.
Interesting.
So it's like, and he does voiceovers for like ads and commercials or whatever.
Huh.
He just has that voice. Him and his wife. Yeah.
So when it's time to jump in,
mm-hmm.
you said you're gonna jump through everything on Legendary.
Yes.
You plan on doing these solo or?
I would prefer a co-op experience.
Oh well, I still don't have the trophies. Sorry, achievements for any of the co-op stuff.
You got that one for Twitch.
I do have that one for Twitch.
Dude, totally down.
Yeah, I want to do that.
It's gonna be frustrating because the AI is just stupid.
Yeah, and I'm not good at video games, but
I mean, who is? Who is?
I don't know.
Big Daddy No Tail.
Yeah.
But yeah, Big Tony style. Going in that.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
I thought we moved on from this. I know it wasn't here last week, but I thought we moved on.
Never.
Fucking.
Never,
Tony.
ever. Yeah, I like Halo a whole bunch, Mark. Last night, I played StarCraft for about 14 minutes. And
that's random.
And then I was like, I should just play Halo Wars 2. And then I was like, it's 3:30 in the morning, so I went to bed instead.
Was that after we stopped playing?
Yeah. What did we play? Quake and then
we played Dota for like 2 rounds, and then I was like, I'm on hour 10 of Dota. There is a breaking point with me in Dota, so you play Quake, and then I fucked off the bed. I couldn't stay up anymore.
I played StarCraft, and then I was like, oh yeah, I remember RTSs, and then I was like, I'm gonna play Halo Wars, and I hovered over it in the start menu, and I was like, nah.
Did that just come out?
February of 17 last year.
Oh, okay.
But well, outside of watching Halo movies, what did you play this week?
Just one game. The Last of Us.
Yeah, dude, blast beats of us.
That is a Matt fucking game of the year right there. What are you playing? Where are you at?
Boys, it's completed.
Holy shit.
And you just experienced one of the best endings in video games.
Not just that, also the Left Behind DLC.
Oh, dude, that's
experienced the second best ending in video games.
Woo. All right.
So, I'm still in that moment because this was me last night up to this morning. This is why I didn't go to sleep till 7 in the morning.
Oof.
And then woke up and then finished Left Behind before I came here.
Dang.
So there's a lot to unpack and there's a lot to take in. So like a lot of it still hasn't quite hit me, because like with a game like that, there's just some things that I guess I should be paying attention to, and then I just don't because I'm just in like gameplay mode.
Mm-hmm.
The controls, by the way, I love how this game feels.
Yeah, combat's really good.
Yes, and I wish I could play the multiplayer, but I do not have PlayStation Plus.
Ah, shit.
So I was like, oh, well, I can't try that.
That is going to be, not to say that you're not going to be good at it, but that is a very tough community to break into at this point.
Yeah, I figured. I just wanted just a taste. I wasn't expecting anything.
There's a lot of one-shots with the hunting rifle. You're probably in for a bad time, so let that single-player experience be the experience you walk away with.
And now, so I'm playing this remastered, so I'm doing everything in 60 frames.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I were to replay this, I would try it in 30 frames instead for a more cinematic experience. Because when I'm watching videos online of this and it's like original format, I kind of like that look for this game.
Interesting.
Like 60 is fine. Like I'm completely okay with that. There's nothing wrong with it. Just I think for I don't know why, just a lot of the scenes, I feel like the cutscenes would feel more, I don't know. It just has like a movie-like feel to it already when playing it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I feel like that would just only add to it. The story, I'm a little with. Just the pacing of that game. Like if I'm going to nitpick at anything.
Did you not like the season layout, or did you not like?
I like the season layouts. Winter is my favorite part of this game.
I think that's David. That fucker. Yeah.
Is that the guy's name with the mustache?
Yeah.
The whole time he was talking, I was thinking of South Park. He's like, "Well, hey there, little girl."
He reminded me.
There's an old man going around killing some of my boys, and he was with a little girl. Turns out, you're that little girl.
Turns out it's Nolan North.
That guy reminded me of. Speaking of South Park, when Stan's mom got a boyfriend, when his parents got a divorce, or they were gonna like way back, I don't know, like season 3 or 4, something like that. It was the Treehouse episode, and she gets this boyfriend, and I'll pull up a picture of him.
Yeah, but the voice reminded me of like what they would do in South Park for like commercials, like that one like advertising voice that they always do. That's what he reminded me of. I couldn't take him seriously. No, so in fall, the way that just stops, I'm a little like, that's it. Because you meet Tommy again, that's Joel's brother.
All right.
They build this thing up a little bit, and then it just it just cuts it off.
If I remember right, fall starts at the dam.
Yeah.
And then you go to the college, the university.
Well, you go to Tommy's, like at that power plant or whatever that they're all taking base at, and you find out Tommy has a wife, and then they're taking you a tour throughout the place, and it gets ambushed, and you go to the college, I think. And then no, the college is the very last thing.
Yeah, because
because there's a part where she runs away, and she has like a little fit because Joe was like, "You should go with Tommy, not me," and then after that part, no more Tommy. That's it. No goodbyes. No, there was no closure.
It's the way of the world, man.
Between Joel and Tommy, and I was like,
I know what you're talking about now. Joe just showed us the character in South Park he's referring to, and it just all raised.
Just type South Park clubhouses into Bing, and you'll find it.
Yeah, I don't know. Fall was just a little. I like it, but yeah, just the way they introduced some of the characters, and that was, especially for somebody that was close to Joel from the beginning. Like they seem like they try to build a lot there, and it just didn't.
Okay, so I don't want to dance around this fucking thing anymore. Spoilers for The Last of Us if you have not played it from here on out, because I want to open up this discussion a little bit.
Okay.
I love the fact that there's no closure with that, because there's no fucking closure within like any of these goddamn scenes. The only closure you have is with Tess. Really, that's the only closure you have with the character. Because the other, I forget the name of the two brothers, like, he gets infected, and then dude just, bang, shoots himself. Like, there's no closure there. And then you go...
See, but that one actually shows you that, no, in a way, that is closure, because you as a viewer get to see it. Okay, this is over. That fucking ended. You saw how it ended. That's it. Tommy, they build it, and then it doesn't go deeper. Then, like, because, like, yeah, you have the prologue with him and Sarah, and then, all right... And then you see him again, and then, they had this whole fight. Tommy and his wife had this whole fight. Like, if anything happens, it's your fault, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, you just go out to a farm, get her, shoot some people, bye.
It has been 5 years since I played that game. So the details are going to escape me a little bit. But thinking back, what I like about the storytelling in that game is the fact that there isn't the closure, because it lets you kind of fill in the details, and it also lets you... Like, in that case, right? Like, it shows you that, like, it doesn't matter what the fuck's going on. Like, life goes on. People are still people. We might be in a more fucked up situation right now. That guy might want to eat me. That guy might want to rape me. But in the end of it, like, it's all...
It just seemed a little misleading to show that character, to bring him back, and then not go deeper with it. He wasn't really used as a character. He was just used as an object for...
To push the story forward.
For a reason to have Ellie and Joel just fight and then get closer afterwards.
But if you think about it that way, the last time that Joel saw his brother is after Sarah died, right? So maybe this is just, it's one of those things where, like, you see your brother again, now it's bringing up all these memories of your dead daughter, and then you're having a fight with this daughter-like figure, and then you're kind of split, and then, like, maybe that was the thing that kind of, like, there's... I think that serves as a vehicle in different ways.
I mean, I get what they're trying to do. It just, I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't enough time spent with that.
And look, I'm not like trying to like convince you, like, like that this is like a good story decision or whatever. I'm just like, that thing with Tommy, like the way they just leave that open ended, just it fucking, that ending it just further further pushes out the ending of like, what the fuck is next? And that's kind of why I really don't want a sequel to this game, because I love the idea of knowing not like what the fuck is going to happen to these characters. Does Ellie know he's lying?
Right.
Does she not?
I think she does.
Does she care?
And that's the thing that leads it for debate. Like, Joe could think, oh, no, she probably doesn't. You know, I could think, oh, dude, she does, and this is what's going to happen next. Like, I love that kind of just open-endedness to the ending of it. And, like, one of the possibilities with that is, like, they're right outside that Firefly camp. Like, who's to say they're not going to go meet Tommy next, right? Like, we don't know their next move at the end of that game. And I'm sure in the next game, like, Tommy's going to be brought up in some capacity. He might be dead,
maybe.
Whatever, but, like...
I wasn't even thinking about the sequel when...
Yeah, like, it's... You're playing it now knowing there's a second game, which... I mean, come on. Like, when we were playing it, we kind of knew there would be a second game. But, like, without it being for sure, I just love the idea of, you know, Tommy could be, like, one of 18 different scenarios that happens with Joel and Ellie at the end of that game.
Yeah. But like I said, like out of that whole thing, that was just the one part. I think if I was to nitpick, it was just
No.
I just wanted more time with that. But yeah, Winter, holy shit. Playing as Ellie is badass. I like playing as her more than Joel because she's just quicker and her knife doesn't break.
Yep.
So my favorite thing to do with both of them is throw a bottle or brick at someone's face, and as they're getting stunned, run up to them, melee, and it's just like
It's so satisfying.
And then, like, just the way they did that of, like, playing as her, then you play as him, then you play as her, then you play as him, and they eventually meet up.
It was really, really...
Like, at that point, I was finally invested in both of these characters. Because all before that, I know that's the point of the game is to be these two characters, but, like, I just wasn't... I feel like they were trying to set a premise, and I just wasn't buying it. I was like, okay, yeah, this is a guy lost his daughter. This is a girl, and they got to work. Yeah, of course, they're going to be the same way like I am with these characters. They're not going to be into each other, and eventually along the way they do. But it took up until like that point where I was just like, all right, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling something here.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how you two were when Winter first started after that fucking climactic ass scene to end fall with Joel falling essentially on that pole and impaling himself. Yeah. And then it cuts, and then you're playing as Ellie. And the entire time, I know they will never go there with Uncharted. Like, they will never fucking kill Sully. Because think about it, Uncharted 3 has already happened where they did that fake death with Sully. Spoilers for Uncharted 3. Sorry, guys. But, like, they never did that step. Oh, yeah, they killed the fucking cameraman in Uncharted 2. Woohoo! That fucking character you were so invested in for those 30 minutes. But Uncharted never took that step to actually, like...
Rest in peace, Jeff.
to just fucking just... do it, and the vibe of that game the entire time, and then it just cuts to Winter, and you see yourself as Ellie. You're like,
oh shit,
what
happened?
Did they do it? And then you play a little bit, and then you meet David, and then Ellie just fucking breaks down. She's like, I'm here for meds, and you're like, oh shit, like that was just a giant fucking bombshell that just kind of landed on me,
chasing that deer,
and it was like, oh shit, Joel's fucking breathing somewhere, we don't know where he's at. This could get weird real fast.
Yeah, that was amazing. And then what was it? So like it's right after that, then it's spring again. Now, like, Joel is, like, the happy one and energetic, and Ellie's just like, whatever. Yeah. And it's like, whoa. It's like, what's wrong? And then, they had a little heart-to-heart moment, and then the giraffes happen.
The giraffes, dude.
God.
So adorable.
Yeah.
So fucking cute.
Such a good moment. That was one of those, nothing you can do, nothing you can say can replicate it, or that was,
And then
2013 was a good year for feelings in video games.
And that's another thing I was realizing with this was like, this is like a 5-year-old game.
Yeah.
And of course playing it remastered, but
no, but
even then, like
the core of it, yeah,
like the lip syncing is so good. Like there's a part where this might be so minute, but there's a part where Ellie is just like rolling her lips. We're just like, and it shows the vibration of her lips.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's impressive to me.
Dude, fucking Naughty Dog delayed that game for 3 months to put those lip syncs in there.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's so much attention to detail. And that's what, like, even playing Uncharted after, and what was the other Uncharted one? The one that was
Lost
just
Legacy.
Chloe?
Lost Legacy.
That one, like, I never finished that, but the Chloe one, like, even more deep. Like, I'm so excited for just to look at The Last of Us 2. Obviously, everything that'll come with it, but, like, the stuff they can do in a video game is just mind-fucking-boggling.
Yeah. So, like, pretty much, like, towards the end of this, Joel was overpowered. And I do that with games where I get overpowered and overprepared for situations.
What level are you playing that game on?
That was just normal.
That final fight, like the one, was it in a mall or...
The final fight?
Oh, wait, not that one. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of I'm getting confused with the Left Behind DLC.
Okay, the Left Behind... Oh, well,
fuck that.
I mean,
fight.
I'll get to that. But, by the time I get to that final fight in the Firefly place, and going to save Ellie, it was just like... I was getting, like, Season 1 Walking Dead moments. I was just like, she's gonna die. So, like, her, like, hearing the recordings and reading the notes, I'm like, how do people have time to write this diary entry? You just fucking got her. And you write a 2-page thing? And I was like, son of a bitch, Marlene. So I'm just, like, packed, just weapons, holster, everything's ammo's good. All my stats are pretty good. Everything's crafted. I have, like, 2 or 3 of everything. Just fucking Noah's Ark with ammunition just going in, and I barely used any of it. I picked up the rifle, and I think other than that, I just used my hunting rifle, and just picked everyone off because I had armor piercing rounds.
Oh yeah,
it was just, it's like 2 shots per thing because I upgraded it, so it's just like.
You had a totally different experience than me. I played that game on hard.
Yeah,
all the way through.
That's one thing about replaying.
Fucking ammo is scarce. And I struggled through that last encounter.
I think that's what I wanted. I wanted a bit more of
play on Grounded then.
Oh, dude, good luck.
The Doctor.
Oh, shit, yeah, what'd you do?
Like, in the surgery room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Killed everyone.
There it is. My man. Fucking mowed them down, and you were pissed.
Like, the second I came in, it was like shotgun, remember. Then I saw the other 2, and I was like, shot him.
I remember instinctively, I busted in that room with, you're not fucking touching her. I'll make sure of it. Boom!
Because I wanted to restart the checkpoint before shooting that one, but it restarted right after I killed him. And the other 2 were still alive. And I was like, I don't know what to do here. I saw a button to interact, and I kept missing it, and then people just came in and shot me, so I had to, like, restart it.
Yeah.
But, I was like, no, fuck it. This is my instinctive feeling. Shot them all, because I was like... She could have been the groundbreaking moment that they were looking for, but...
They were going to cut up a little girl for nothing, dude.
Basically.
Fuck them.
Because, I mean, I know they had 12 other people, or 12 other kids that were, like, had the immunity, but hers was apparently the strongest.
Fuck them.
And I was like, yeah, fuck that.
And that's how you know, like, the character development worked in that game, because all 3 of us in that room were like, fuck those doctors. I'm saving Ellie.
Dude, I was sprinting everywhere.
Exactly.
Like, just like, fuck hiding. I don't give a shit. But I did lure everyone to one room when they were looking for me.
It's like, that's just the moment in that game. Like, when you think of character development in games and you just think of climactic moments, you're sprinting through that fucking area because there's no fucking time limit. Like, you can fucking sit in the corner for 30 minutes and the same goddamn ending's going to happen. But
I treat it as if I didn't have time.
Yeah.
Because you're on the operating table. I don't...
there's just that sense of urgency, and there's that sense of caring that you want to save her, and it makes you play a certain way in those levels, and it's
just like with Walking Dead. All my decisions were based around taking care of Clementine. I was like,
yep,
you fucking lay a hand on her. I will, murder.
It's me and Clem.
To the ending.
It's definitely a cliffhanger for sure. I think. Okay, so way back, and we were talking about Fall, at the farmhouse when she ran away, and me and Reba McIntyre's house. Like, she could tell right there that Joel's full of shit. Like, she can read his tells. And so when she's all like, swear to me, whatever, she wouldn't have said that to begin with if she had already trusted him. And so it's like, all right, I'm giving you this out, but it's like they both could have. I mean, she was more honest than him, but they both just could have been honest right there. Even on that car ride, when she's in the back seat, he just could have been like, no. And then she probably would have resented him or hated him for it because she went through all this shit just to get to that point and then have it taken away. Yeah. And she kind of wanted to die, but I think she would have gotten over it. I think they've been through so much shit that this just would have been another thing to make them stronger.
I think so too.
But part 2 is going to blow this one out of the water, I think.
Yeah, part 2 is going to be something.
But then when I did Left Behind,
yeah,
part of me kind of wishes the main game was more like that. I mean, of course, you can't really do that, I guess. I mean, nothing. I mean, okay, I don't want to negate or take away from the main game.
No, but you're right.
Dude,
I
think that's good. But the way Ellie interacted with Riley,
yeah,
and the way they just did dumb shit together, and you got to focus on that stuff, I think that definitely built that relationship.
But you can't get to that without, like, you need The Last of Us to get to Left Behind, and that's what I loved about that DLC is like you didn't.
Yeah, I guess
that couldn't have been.
But like.
It wouldn't have been as impactful had you not gone through The Last of Us.
Right, but there's parts where it's like, Joel, like Joel wanted to teach Ellie guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie wanted Joel to sing. Like I mean, of course, the trailer for part 2 and everything kind of shows that. But there could have been more stuff like that. Not a lot, but maybe just a little more than just hitting triangle to add more to a conversation when she looks at something. Like they could have found something funny. They could have. I don't know. I guess if they wanted me to be more invested with them earlier on, but Winter fucking made up for all that.
Yeah.
So, but I think Left Behind. I think it's good that this game, only that DLC, does that as well, because it makes you appreciate that on a different level compared to that. So it's like a different flavor, but the same kind
There's
of.
Something about that DLC, playing it, and just knowing what the outcome of that. The end of it's going to be.
Yeah.
You just know. Like, there's no escaping it. You just know what the fuck happens, and that sucks.
That was like playing a movie in the best way.
Mm-hmm. Like,
some people are like, oh, this game is just more of a movie than a game. It's like, you definitely get like a cinematic experience with this. Like, the way it's written and the way it plays out for you, and you have to go through all those steps.
Dude, the Halloween store.
That was I took so many screenshots.
Yeah.
Being in there.
You all might agree with me with this statement, but that whole DLC could have been, I think, better without the combat.
Well, the thing with the combat was, at least early on, it got you, like, you were doing all the stuff you just did in The Last of Us, but you were doing it with, like, water guns, and, like, you were throwing bricks, but you were throwing bricks through car windows. I
think it would have been just as impactful. I kind of forgot already that that those were flashbacks while she was looking for meds. And that part just kind of left my head for some reason when talking about it, because I do focus on the flashbacks more.
The magic 8-ball. Did you shake the magic 8-ball?
The Skeleseeker?
Fucking favorite.
I did all of it. And then she was like, well, Skeleseeker can suck my dick. And I was like, yeah.
There's so much of that.
That was good.
It kind of sucks that ends with a bad boss fight. It's not boss fight, but bad final room. I don't know if you struggle with it. I think I played it again on hard, and I shouldn't have played on hard. I feel like at that point,
I didn't have that much struggle because a lot of these fights, both the games have like that rinse, lather, repeat routine of going in here, fight things,
throw a brick.
Really,
distract.
Not that many clickers in this game.
What was cool about that DLC was they mixed the fucking the
clickers with the humans.
What are not
Survivors.
the clickers? What's the
infected?
Yeah, what's the generic one? The runners?
Yeah.
Runners. Like the runners with the actual people, so using sound to your advantage was like a legitimate thing.
There's one part when you come out of the vent and you're like, oh shit. Oh, wait a second. Brick.
Yeah.
And, done. But let them take care of each other and you get the fuck out.
Even the main game wasn't like the beginning had a lot of like stuff to make you worry about, but at that point on I was like, it's not that many clickers from that point on, and I'm not afraid anymore. Like it's just whatever. The big fuckers though, the big clickers. I hate them.
How'd you feel falling down that elevator shaft and starting that generator up?
That was yeah. Just the fucking,
and then just fucking
the gymnasium.
The gymnasium's tough too, yeah.
Dude, it was just frustrating. Then I was like, oh, don't like the regenerators, have to hit all the glowy spots, or you just light their ass on fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But there's parts where I was trying to like distract a lot of the clickers so they could get them all in one spot and then throw like the can with the nails and scissors in it that Billy taught you how to make.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And Ellie goes to shoot somebody for some reason and makes noise.
I know.
I'm like, great. like died 5 times.
Aggravating as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was I don't know how soon I'll come back to replaying it. I'm still taking a lot of it in.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I tried to replay it like a year and a half after it came out, and I
tried Grounded a couple weeks ago. I even talked about it, and it just like, I don't like my first experience of that game is always going to be my first fucking experience of that game. I can never achieve that again.
It's the same thing with Journey.
Like it was it was kind of like a slow start to that game, but it wasn't a bad start. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, but they definitely did a good job of like stringing things together, setting things up. Is it like, even though like the pacing was a little unique for me, I just wasn't expecting it to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does it very well. And then Left Behind just felt like a special like if the main game is like a TV series, this is that one episode. Left Behind is that one episode that just not really filler, but just gives you that little bit of extra.
It airs like off season.
It's just
Christmas
like
special,
just like an in between thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a nice sweet package.
It's like that episode. I think the name of the episode of Breaking Bad was Fly, but I think it aired during a Super Bowl game, so they knew not to make it intense. But it was one of the most emotional fucking episodes of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something. Yeah, I totally agree
definitely
with
the
that.
equivalent of that. Yeah. So yeah, I play games people like, guys. People know.
Dude, that game.
It just takes me 10 years.
Yeah.
Dope.
5. No, it's a really good game. That was your first Naughty Dog experience too.
No. I mean, I played a Jack.
Oh, Jack and Daxter. Sorry.
Yeah. It's just Crash games I didn't really play much of outside of demos.
Yeah.
Never played Uncharted.
Yeah.
Still haven't played Uncharted.
Well, I just spoiled Uncharted 3 for you. I'm sorry.
All of it's been spoiled. I still don't know anything.
Team Elena.
Yeah. False, but you know.
Who's married at the end of the day?
But yeah, that was all.
Fuck at the end of the day.
From the last time I talked about it, I didn't play it since then.
Yeah, and you just kind of.
I didn't touch it till Saturday, or maybe Friday.
So where'd you before? All right, I know we're trying to move on here. So you played it straight, right? Where did you pick up and play it straight at?
I picked up.
You're still in summer.
Yeah, like we found like the whole like grassy area that but before we were heading to Billy's.
Oh shit!
I played from that point on.
Yeah, he was hella early.
Oh fuck! Tess just died.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck, dude, that's a goddamn long ass. Dude, good for you. I could never do that.
Yeah, I didn't go to bed till like 7 a.m.
Dude, I know I just watched like 8 straight hours of Dota, but man, that's a fucking task. Then you just did.
Had dinner at Chili's. And then came back and finished.
Dinner at fucking
That's a
Chili's.
good ass weekend. You had a good fucking weekend. Like, just that get lost in something.
Which I haven't done in forever because I feel like I just sample games when I talk about shit. It's just, oh yeah, here's this. And then everyone's like, oh, okay.
No, the last time I did that.
Whenever it's like, all right.
Right. Okay, we'll just write TM. Now we know. We don't know dick about it.
Pepto Duck. All right.
Yo, Pato Box is real good. And we learned how to say that, as you can tell by the video that went up. But yeah.
That's a hard game.
Yeah, that looked.
But we're getting towards that season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm preparing myself to get into Bloodborne. Because that's what I'm.
Why you gotta fuck with me like that?
Because that's what I'm saving October for, I think.
I think I just fucking delete that game on the console again. Can I just throw an error? Bloodborne is the game I install and then delete without ever touching the most on my PS4. Because it's brought up on the air, I install it, and then I need room, and then I delete it, and then 2 weeks later, it's brought up again. I'm like, oh, fuck,
I'm trying to
Bloodborne.
mentally prepare myself for that game, because when I'm not mentally prepared for that game, I'm sorry, but I can't. I almost said fuck that game, but I can't.
Because even right now, thinking about it right now, I'm like, I don't have time for that. I just don't.
I don't typically enjoy that kind of gameplay, to be honest. Where it's you're slow but not, you're dodging.
You get there though. There's a
that grind is what I don't care for.
The grind is shorter than you think. Going into it, it seems like an eternity, especially when you're getting your ass kicked. But then,
especially that bonfire.
Everybody's just lanky arm looking motherfuckers.
The bonfire and then the wolves. If you can get past the wolves,
I'm still trying to get revenge on this cleric beast. Apparently, I don't need to kill.
No, you don't.
But you should.
But so it's just so I'm
for the satisfaction,
right? So all this time I just been mentally preparing myself. I gotta get in that mindset. I gotta just accept the way things are and just go
There's
with
the
it.
next boss fight.
I think it's after Vicar Amelia that you finally start to feel, and the game does a great job of like right as soon as you feel comfortable, it's like, how about this thing?
How about this thing that fucking sucks all your insight away, and then kills you?
Yeah. But Last of Us is a good start.
Yeah, I agree.
To go that way. But yeah, for people, it's like there's people who call it like a zombie game, and it's like I wouldn't call Last of Us a zombie.
No.
game.
I wouldn't either. So Pokemon Ultra Moon, I did it.
While you were watching Dota, I was also watching you play. I guess the Elite Four, yeah. Right?
Yeah, I think after you and I talked last week, Mark, I fought Necrozma at that point. Necrozma? I don't remember.
Yes.
I don't remember. You said a lot of it.
Was it Ultra? Yeah, Ultra. Yeah. So I took him out. I had to climb the top of this tower and take him out, and then he kind of fucks off and goes to this. He like just falls into a crater in the middle of a mountain. And you have to climb that mountain to get to the Elite Four. So you climb the mountain, and along the way, he's just down there in a pit, like sweating. And it says like, "Hey, you want to give him some of your Z power?" And you're like, "Yeah, I guess so." And you walk over and give him some Z power, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I'm up now. Thanks. Let's fight." And you catch him, and then he's your friend. Yay! Then you go up.
He ain't that scary.
You keep climbing the mountain until you get to the Elite Four, which they're like the first ever assembled Elite. They haven't been in Elite Four. No one's fought them, so you fight them. And then after that, and like the cool thing to do in this game is your rival, Hal, in this game, the whole time he's always weaker than you. You always feel better than it's not.
Which is weird because in the other games it's the other way around.
Right. When you choose Rowlet, he chooses Poplio. Like it's always going to be the weaker of the three for him. So when you get to the final thing, he's finally a badass, and he's like, "Hey man, welcome to the league. Let's fight." And you fight him, and then like.
Oh, that's right. This dude's a bro in this game.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, Mahalo."
It's not a dickhead.
It's not really a rival, just more like a good friend.
Yeah, good friend. But like at the end, he's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up," and then you're like, "Nuh-uh," and then you beat him.
His eyes go all white, and he's just like, "I will destroy you."
Yes.
You beat him with a chandelier and some keys, and you're good.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I have a great team. I was running. I had a Chandelure, had a Gothitelle, had a Suicune. My Decidueye.
You had a Greninja too.
Greninja.
That's the one I recognized.
And I forget the sixth.
Did you have Pumpkaboo?
It would have been a Gourgeist, but I didn't only because Decidueye is Grass and Ghost as well.
That's right, they are Grass and Ghost.
Who the fuck else did I have?
No, 6, right? You just said 6.
It's just 5.
Do you have a fire type?
Chandelure.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't remember the 6th. Either way. Xerneas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right,
I love that you pointed at me like, yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I take out the Elite Four. I'm the first league champion of Alola. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then after that, it's all about hunting Ultra Beasts. So I stumbled upon one by accident, but I caught it, and it's now you're just kind of on the legendary hunt. That's all the post-game stuff. Still have not seen green or red or...
You have to do the battle tower.
You get to the top of the tower, and that's where they are?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, I'm not sure if there's much story there. It's just like they introduce themselves and you fight them later.
Do they say I'm...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
I'm green or blue or whatever his name is.
Is it dependent on the thing which version of the game you have? Or?
You get to choose who you want to fight.
Interesting. That's cool. That's really cool.
But I think later you might fight both of them. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still enjoying. I like the post game stuff. I'm gonna try and catch as many things as I can and just see what the grind is.
Did you run into Rocket?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'll have to do that. So I have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like, no national decks in this game, which is really weird. It's just the local Alolan decks, and there's I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Like I've got, fucking Charizard, and he's number 200 or something. It's like, what? No, that's not. He's number 3, number 6. No, number 9. Fuck off.
No, he's 6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Does
6.
it fucking matter? He's in the top 9.
It's it's just weird not having it. That's always the thing. It's what I mean.
We all know China's number 1.
It's true. I like a lot that this game, now that I've kind of beat the main story, I like that this game breaks a lot of the conventions. Like the things you expect of Pokemon, it's not all there. Some of it is, and you're not so surprised, but some of it, the trials and at first you're like, oh, they just renamed gyms, but like, no, they changed it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Elite Four, it's different. The way you have to go about, I don't know. It's just everything was a little different, a little whatever. The no hidden machines in the game, so you have these ride Pokemon, like all these little things that are like, this is cool. I'm just excited to see what happens with Gen 8 next year.
Everyone, that's going to be like the Breath of the Wild, probably, if Ultra Moon didn't set that up already.
I hope so.
We're just breaking the mold.
I hope so.
Just run around a very barren landscape for 70% of the map and see nothing.
Here we go. But yeah, I like that game a whole bunch. I don't know what more it'll. I'm gonna hunt some shit, see what I can find. But other than that, I don't know how much.
Yeah, Joe, what can you find in Pokemon nowadays? Because I saw some of the things that were happening, and I sent a text to the group saying, because Ben on air, I believe, even said that some of the fucking Pokemon nowadays, especially in Go, look dumb. I'm going to throw out names like Pineco and Nosepass.
Yeah.
And he said one, and I forget what it was. It's, just other dumb shit. And then, I'm watching this beautiful, beautiful game of Dota that's happened in front of my eyes, and I look over, and I see Joe fighting with a chandelier against a set of keys.
Yep.
Just a set of keys. They're not even ghost keys. They're just keys.
Fairy keys.
Fairy keys.
Sorry, then I showed Matt Vanillite, Vanillish, and Vanillux, the vanilla ice cream Pokemon.
Vanilla Ice.
Yep. Of course, there's Garbodor, one of my faves.
I have to point out Seal.
But Seal's like a fucking animal. And that's what I was saying.
But he needs to be a pocket monster.
Yep.
Let's put a horn on it. Name it. Let's change one letter to an E. Seal. Now, if he was water electric and he was part like electric eel and a seal, that'd be great. That'd be great.
I get your argument with that. And it's not the greatest.
I'm just saying it's unoriginal.
Yeah, it's not the most original. But then you look and you see a pine cone with eyes, and you just take the N and the E off of it, and you're like, oh, that's a fucking Pokemon.
I think its original Japanese name made more sense. I think it was supposed to allude to something of like, there's a certain bug that hides in pine cones.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, that's cool, but that doesn't fucking translate to the English version.
Yeah.
Gen 5's got them all, man. I showed Matt a lot of Gen 5 yesterday. He was very.
Ice creams
is this the black-white games?
Yep, black and white.
Saw the evolution of Nosepass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You like that Charlie Chaplin dude?
Yeah. It's just fucking stupid.
There was
Ben still hasn't seen a Nosepass, and I'm very upset. I really just want him to at this point, because I just want him to get my anger.
Doesn't Gen 5, isn't that where Sableye came from?
Sableye's in like 3, I think.
Sableye, I feel like I've caught one of them, and if I've caught one of them, it's in Pokemon Go.
If it's in Pokemon Go, never mind.
But I think Sableye's evolution, does it evolve?
It has a Mega form.
It has a Mega form, that's what it is.
That's in Ruby and Sapphire, I think.
Yeah.
Omega Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire, right?
Yeah.
So it's, I'm going to run through the generations here, just so I have it straight in my head. Red and Blue is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gold and Silver is 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Ruby and Sapphire is 3.
Ruby and Sapphire is 3. And then I think you fucking lose me.
Diamond and Pearl.
Oh, Diamond and Pearl, okay.
It's 4.
And Black and White.
Black and White, then X and Y.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Sun and Moon.
Moon and Sun.
Congratulations.
And then
you got it.
I don't know what the next one will be.
But then you have
Xbox and PS4.
Then you have like the soft reboots, so you have like Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Well, yeah, but they're still in their generation. I mean, Fire Red came after what Ruby and Sapphire, but it's still just Gen 1.
But you can have up to those generations in that game.
Yeah. Oh, are they in that game?
Yeah. That's why they're like soft reboots. You know, you can have the newer generations in that.
I played Fire Red. I never saw any of those Pokemon. Or maybe I didn't play.
You could definitely trade them.
I think it might have been a thing where you don't get them until post game.
Oh, like a national.
All right, that could have been because I never like completed the games, but I played a lot of them. I usually got like 6 of the badges.
Yeah, that's kind of like Gold and Silver, where it's like in Johto you get all Johto stuff, and when you make it to Kanto, you get a Kanto starter.
Oh, all right.
Fucking Iwata, man. Last thing I played, we talked about it a little bit, but played some Quake Champions. The only reason I bring it up is because I'm starting to learn how to really get good at strafe jumping. Circle jumping. Circle jumping.
What is
so
circle
like 360 no scoping with a
little bit. It allows you to take turns more quickly. You kind of have to draw a circle with your feet, but it gives you speed momentum and it lets you kind of turn and pivot a lot faster.
With my hand here?
Yeah.
These are the dude's feet.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going like that kind of jump, or is it jump? You're actually moving
semicircle.
in the air.
You're making a semicircle,
like a quarter circle or a half.
Yeah,
circle?
I'm not there yet, but yes, It's the way that you spin the mouse and you're bunny hopping and your turn. It's a whole thing.
Oh, God.
But if you do it, I'm like studying it right now.
All right.
I've got strafe jumping down. Strafe jumping's easy as shit now. You just bunny
And he says Dota 2 is overwhelming. He's over here fucking semicircling
No.
Quake.
Because this is easy. This is murder, kill, move on.
Dude, here's what you do. You play a scale bearer, you hold in W, and every once in a while you hit the F key.
I hate scale bearer so fucking much.
You just fucking roar.
I hate him.
Just fucking run people over.
Yeah, I like that game a lot still. It's still fun.
Do you still have the same main as you play as before, or?
Yeah, I play as Nyx. I did a little bit of Doomslayer when we did a round. Just I had a daily challenge to get 2 kills, and my
they're gonna have to update him.
Doomslayer.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because of Eternal.
Oh, with the thing, they'll add that in. But yeah, with Nyx, I'm not great with her telefragging ability. So if I have a daily challenge to do 2 kills using your ability, I can do it, but it's not always like I'm not fully there yet. Like there's good games and bad games with it. With Doomslayer or somebody else, those abilities are pretty easy to just like knock somebody the fuck out.
BJ's is easy. If you have BJ.
BJ's pretty easy.
Dual wield.
Doomslayer, if you're in close proximity, it's pretty easy. But even then, it's like, ugh.
I almost played Doom this weekend just because of my Halo itch. That was like the closest thing I could get to.
Yeah, it's just that thing. Yeah, I'm really excited because next weekend, we'll talk about it after the break, but the Master Chief Collection's all brand new and shiny. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some Halo. But that's it. We're going to jump into a quick little break, and when we get back, got some news from the week to run through. Cool. Sound good? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
You're the host. You got us here.
I don't know. I'm just making sure. I feel like we forgot something. But I guess
You're
not.
a Kurogi.
What?
Dota.
Kyogre. The whale Pokemon.
Pierogi.
The
Polish food.
Fucking keychains, dude.
Welcome back. Matt, Mark, ready for news?
Hit us with it.
No.
Oh, all right. Well,
show's
not
over.
ready.
All right, well, good night.
Let's go back to break.
This has been the Free Cheese episode.
We're going to do this roulette style, which I'm inventing right now.
Ooh, got a gun?
Where,
That's Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
This one's like,
Let's translate to vodka roulette.
Yes. Water gun.
Where I kind of scroll through our chat from Slack, and where my thumb lands, we talk about that news story.
All right.
No, we're not really going to. do that.
That'd be dope.
No whammy, no whammy.
I mean,
we're gonna hit all the things, right?
No. We'll run through some headlines. You guys want to dig into any of them? Please feel free to. Sound good?
Great.
Hitman Season 1 missions will be updated and playable inside of Hitman 2.
I like that.
Hell yeah, I like that.
It's just Season 1 stuff, but with more.
Yeah, and with newer physics.
You put that nose away. You put that nose
I get
away.
it.
I mean, you're kind of right, though. No, go ahead. Say it.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep sniffing because I smell something.
What do you smell?
A video series that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
That's not
abandoned.
what I thought you were going to say.
No, what do you think I was gonna say?
Smells like a port.
Oh no, it's not a fucking port. I'll show.
That's not a port.
Nice.
That's not a port, but Smash Ultimate's a port.
No, because they're gonna be co-op. It's not a port. Fucking serious.
So when they announced that, they showed him throwing a hammer. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
They'll
dude,
call
they-
back to
they
us,
get
I'm
it.
sure.
They
know.
They get it. They fuck.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, March 22nd, 2019. From Software making a name for those March releases.
I've been watching some gameplay on that.
Looks dope.
Yeah. The combat.
I'm excited.
Like somebody on Twitter was like showing something, then he showed it again in slow motion just to see how like the dude how much he dodged the weapon. It was like a hair difference, and then coming back. Oh my god, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I'm excited for a new because this seems like a faster pace, at least from that initial trailer
Combat
from
looks so
Software game. Because I think that's one of the things that just the vibe or the setting of Bloodborne, but
it just
and
doesn't
Dark
look clunky.
Souls like that fantasy and Dark Souls just seems like a slower game overall, and I don't know if that's necessarily my favorite thing in the world.
No, there's like a bit of clunkiness to it all.
Yeah.
And like
But it's a good clunkiness, you know?
Yeah.
it is, but like this like kind of polishes it a bit. It looks like, especially with the
Good.
whole grappling hook thing.
I can't wait.
Doom.
I'm real stoked.
Give me your Dooms.
Yeah.
Give me Dooms.
Matt, how much was your computer?
That's an unfair question to ask because of the way I bought it, but
Well, how about if I told you you could buy a graphics card for just $1,200?
I'd say get the fuck out of here.
Well, Mark, get the fuck in here because NVIDIA has announced its 3 new graphics cards. The 2070, 2080, and the 2080 Ti.
for
The
Titan.
wrapper. Well, that's what they want you to think.
Every TI has a meaning.
This is the RTX lineup, starting at $600 up to $800, and the Ti edition, I guess it comes with like a tattoo of his face on it or something, is $1,200. Specifically, what NVIDIA is talking about is that these will provide 6 times the performance of previous gen cards, but also focus on ray tracing.
Oh, great! Can't wait to
Did
mine
anyone
more
watch
Bitcoin with this.
any of this conference?
No, I've just heard it recapped several times.
I watched a little bit of it, and they showed the ray tracing off, and they really blew up this picture. But I think it was like tech demo that they were showing off, but they were showing that this dude's Gatling gun and like the way the anti-aliasing was. It like if you really blow it up and examine every pixel, it like bends weirdly. With the ray tracing, it's a more accurate straight on. Once again, they blew up that picture 30 times what
Yeah.
it needed to be.
Well,
but
so that's the thing.
Give me jagged, low poly shit. I don't care.
I think that in the long run, this will be dope. Right now, there's no game that's on the market that's
well,
sorry.
hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
Sorry. The new-
Can it run Crisis though?
Oh no,
Of course not.
I mean, not confirmed yet.
No.
The new Tomb Raider game is meant to take advantage of this, and I think Battlefield 5 are the 2 games they were kind of talking about. Yeah,
I know they showed off Tomb Raider, and that's when I turned it off because Dota was coming on.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, that's just for that.
You know what
one
the good
card.
news is here, ladies and gentlemen? The rest of the graphics cards are probably coming down in price. So
Yeah. If you've been waiting
if
on
you're
one,
looking for like a 1060, 1070, maybe even a 1080,
yeah.
I'll just get
the
1070.
miners won't be after those cars anymore.
Or if you want the best of the best, you can get yourself a 2080. Amazon So Prime members have been recipients of a lot of dope benefits in regards to video games, but a lot of that's changing now. Rather than the 20% discount on pre-orders, now you'll get a $10 Amazon credit when pre-ordering select games.
Because that's what everyone wants.
And I know that the Twitch Prime stuff is getting out of there too.
So can you just... Oh, no more Twitch Prime stuff?
Yeah.
Well, limit it.
It's limiting it, and like you'll still see ads now.
Can you put the credit towards the game after pre-ordering?
Yeah, I think so.
So
it just seemed like an Amazon like kind of $10 gift card in a way. I think it's a way to get the developers their money without like getting not a cut from it. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you use the Amazon gift card, you're still spending $60. Unlike with the 20% discounts, it's like 40. It's just $47.99.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a way to get the devs their money, but still maintain a discount. The only thing is you have to buy that initial first game at a pre-order of $60 to start it.
A lot of those games were only doing 10% off pre-order stuff. It was like varied on the title.
Yeah,
it depended. Yeah. The only thing is with that though, you have to get the physical one. I know you used to like physical games, Mark, but I don't like my digital games nowadays.
Like now, it's definitely like slimmed down since like it depends on the game at this point. Where it's like if I want to get a physical, like if it's something I want to like collect, I'll get the physical. Like Sonic Mania I had to do that because I had a special edition that came with that Sonic statue.
Yeah.
Not a physical game. I was like, what the fuck? So I added the physical game.
To be fair, it did seem like a good Sonic game, so I'll forgive you.
So. This is a little sad.
Oh, before the ad free, you talked about the ad free thing going away completely. You still have the free month, like the 1 month of free subscription to a channel to give, which is the equivalent of $5.
Yeah,
that 1 month free or that 1 month sub will still give you ad free on that channel.
Okay.
So cool. There's one channel you really like or you're watching a lot that month. You can still use that subscription on that channel, though the viewer will get the credit and you will get ad free.
Did I read that correctly? That they're also removing Prime Video? Or like you have to pay extra for that?
I don't know.
I read a lot more of the Twitch Prime stuff, not a lot of the actual Amazon changes.
Yeah, I didn't read.
I think it was like a while ago. It wasn't recent.
No, I don't know.
But it just reminded me.
Amazon as a company had a lot of changes that day. Then, of course, because they own Twitch, Twitch felt some of that.
Moving on. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now delayed until 2019. The most important reason, this is a quote right from Koji Igarashi, the most important reason for this is to raise the quality level, especially after all the very valuable feedback from the beta backer demo. The second announcement is that the game is no longer coming to PlayStation Vita. The decision, with the quote again, this decision is largely due to Sony's plans to discontinue the Vita console, ending production of physical copies and stopping certain online store support features. It is extremely unfortunate, but as a result, we won't be releasing the game on Vita. For the backers who have pre-ordered the Vita version, you'll be able to choose another platform or request a refund.
So they're going to go back to sprites?
Ooh, I don't know.
This is the second game they put the second platform they cut the axe to because the Wii U was cut as well.
They dropped Wii U in favor of Switch, which makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
But
no game should be on the Wii U as the garbage console, but...
Hey, you know what is coming to Vita? Pato Box.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's dope.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, for...
Vita means life, you know?
Here's what I'm going to say about this, because I don't want to spend too much time on this. But I think that, obviously, having any game delayed sucks. Having a game canceled for the platform you were excited for it to come to also sucks. At the end of the day, hopefully a delayed game means a better game in the end. Also, right now, in the wake of stuff like Dead Cells, Guacamelee just came out, which I haven't touched. Death's Gambit just came out.
Got fucking buried.
There's a lot of stuff. Bloodstained, again, like, there's all of these games that are doing the stuff that Iga did.
Hollow Knight before.
Right.
Yeah.
They're all doing it, and they're doing a really damn good job at it. So if this game isn't everything it could be, then delay it, man. Take the time to get it there. Because I would hate for, after all this, I mean, it's been 4 years or something since.
What was it? Did they say a date or just the 2019?
Just 2019.
February 22nd, 2019. Release it. Dude, do it.
Who's developing this? Is it Concept?
No. They don't have anything to do with it.
I thought they did for some reason.
Maybe early on? I don't think so. It was Inti Creates. I know 505 is publishing it. But I don't remember who is actually behind the development. They got a different... Yeah. Art Play was one of the developers. And then Deco?
I don't know.
Sounds like a Pokemon name.
Might be. I think Art Play at this point is out. I think.
All right.
I don't know. But, yeah. So, I mean, bummer, but hey.
Like, the game can get worse. Right?
I mean, you'd think, but... next up, we got a quick little news story that Marc posted. I didn't see and then posted again. Sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything.
But that PlayStation Store is finally getting an updated search user interface. It looks so much better. I feel like anytime a combination of me and one of you two or both have to open up that search and we look at it, we just collectively go, what the fuck is this? Who thought this was a good idea?
I don't like any of PlayStation's navigating
stuff.
I've ever since PSP, I've never liked it.
Whoa there.
No, because everything is just a horizontal.
I like the cross media bar from
the XMB.
I like that for an organizational.
Or maybe, or wait, was it different between PS4 and?
Between PS4 and 3.
Is it
3 and PSP had the same thing, but 4 has a different.
Okay,
Vita did this fucking weird ass thing with the bubble.
Yeah. Oh, see, I don't like the bubbles.
The bubbles fucking suck.
And okay, so then PS4 because I never had PS3, so I can't really speak for that.
The XMB bar, I mean, like it had its things, but it was snappy. I never had a problem with it laggy, with it being laggy or anything like that. I feel like, dude, my PS4 maybe it's kicking its last gear here, but it fucking just feels slow.
Mine's
in the
been
main
like
menu.
Mine's been like that since day one.
Marc, no, I keep telling you, yours is just fucked.
Yeah.
That Uncharted guy, as much as I want that console, just seems fucked.
It is. It totally is.
Nintendo is hiring new employees to work on Switch's menu and user interface. Speaking of updating interfaces, man.
Themes.
Fuck all that.
Themes.
That's fine. Fuck all that. Here's what you need. You need a goddamn accurate play history.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Analytics.
Give me one of them, man.
That's it? What do you mean that's it?
That's it.
There's like thousands of things.
No,
I did see
we need themes?
We need music?
Music?
Yes, no, we do need music.
That kind of goes with the themes.
We need music. I saw a dude on Twitter posted a quick little thing where he redesigned the thing almost essentially the same, but instead of the squares, he did the vertical box art, so it matched the the physical copy box art. It looked cool.
I saw somebody break down like the Switch and how much data it uses. Yeah. And like the home screen only uses like 200 megabytes or something.
That makes sense.
That's good.
They optimize their shit, man. I thought this was a neat thing, especially after Matt filled in some details for me. There's a new voice pack for Dota 2, starring Gabe Newell. Specifically, what is rad about this is if you get a triple kill, instead of him saying triple kill, He says you got more than 2 kills, but less than 4.
He fucking trolls you. In-game.
Wow.
Because he won't count to 3.
That's good.
And it's fucking
That's
great.
good.
Because I actually used the game duel. I've been using it like the last week just because, right?
How do you get it?
It's free. It's totally free.
Oh, rad.
You can just grab it. And it's so good because you're like, and you're in the heat of the moment. There's all that dumb battle music, and the announcer's like, your radiant tower is under attack. Like it's still that woman or that voice, like, unless you change it or buy something else. It's still saying all that. And then all of a sudden you're just like, you just hear there's a fucking triple kill that changes the whole tide of the game, and you just hear Game go like, "Hey, you got more than 2 kills, but less than 3." And you can tell he's just reading from a sheet of paper. It's like so good in the best way.
Does he still sound out of breath?
A little bit.
Okay.
When he's like, "Thanks for playing Dota 2."
Like it's like between when he was at the I think it was the VGAs, and he was just kind of like, "I shouldn't be here, but hey, here's Portal," and then the commentary on like the Half-Life game. You can just listen to him talk. He always sounded like he was just like really excited.
So speaking of Game Newell and TI, fucking pissed that I didn't spend $200 to go there because I got the artifact for free and access to the beta in October.
So now you just can't get it.
I can't get the. I mean, I can pay $20, but I could have spent $200 and been one of the fucking nerds that were there, dude.
You're right,
dumbass,
dude. With that fucking clown. Oh, that dude sucked.
All right, so this next bit is called Gamescom, and there was a lot of stuff from Gamescom, so we are obviously not going to recap everything, but I'm going to call out some things that I think are cool, and then if I miss something and you guys think of it, let me know. Cyberpunk 2077 showed off some new screenshots, concept art. Game continues to look like it's got a pretty...
It was also playable there.
Yep.
And they said that game is playable from front to back.
Interesting.
Wait, what do you mean?
I think Matt's saying it's coming out on February 22nd, 2019.
Dude, that'd be dope. No, the Cyberpunk came out and said like it seems like the game is finished. Like you can play it from front to back. Like it's just a matter of like optimizing and polishing and bug fixing and stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Damn.
I'm skipping around here, but Resident Evil 2 shows off the first screenshots and gameplay footage of Claire Redfield.
I didn't watch it all.
Yeah.
Because I'm like at that point where it's like I don't need to see anymore.
I didn't watch it either.
But the parts that I did see, like little clips, I was like, whew, that's a spicy
Dude,
meatball.
I can't wait to buy this game and then not ever play it. Can't wait.
I'll play it for you.
Can't wait.
It looks really good. Really good. Devil May Cry 5 has its release date.
February 22nd, 2019.
You know what? It's not listed here because I have to go to a different
close.
fucking article.
It's March. It's like March 9th or something.
March 8th, 2019.
2 weeks after February 22nd, 2019.
The gameplay in that looked fun.
Yeah. Looks pretty good. And they showed Dante at the end of that trailer.
Dude, not only did they show Dante, his fucking motorcycle is a weapon.
It's badass.
It splits into 2 things, and he has like bladed wheels. And
so I'm just hearing about this for the first time.
And he puts it back together and starts riding it again.
It's fucking badass.
That's all he needed. It was just 10 seconds at the end of a trailer.
So that game looked dope at E3. Now that I'm hearing about this for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Spyro got delayed this week. Or last week, we talked about. But the dev showed off 3 new levels. And a skateboarding mission.
Did he always have that?
Not that I remember.
I didn't really play the.
I would like to assume so if this is just, updated stuff.
The Dark Pictures anthology was announced. The creators of Until Dawn are going to make 3 new games. The first game is Man of Medan.
Yeah.
Or Medan. I don't know.
I think it's Medan.
But it looks cool.
Yeah, I hope that turns into like a cool, like weird universe thing. Like they don't need to be directly tied, but there's like hints in the world that it shares an entire world.
Yeah.
And then that made me, I was talking to you last night about this, but like it made me click on Untold Stories for the first time in a while, just to like, what's that developer doing? Man, I can really go for another one of these games because it was cool.
You should play Faith.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Because Chapter 2 is out.
Oh, is it?
I think so. I'm not sure if it's officially out, but a demo of it at least is out. Or a
Faith was that game one. It's not GOG. What the IO?
IO or Itch.
Sorry,
Itch.
Itch.io, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple things. First, Inky Pen announced for Nintendo Switch a comics reader, which not seen a comics reader on a mobile platform since like a non-phone or tablet.
Yeah, just for a console.
Right. They have one on PSP. Weird. I had a copy of Why the Last Man on my PSP.
Oh.
But
I have the first book of that.
Yeah. Weird announcement. But hey, I mean, if you want to read comics and you always carry your Switch, that's a pretty dope little...
Dude, in a few months, you'd be able to listen to Smash music and read comics. But not Hulu, you know?
No, not at all.
Or no, Hulu is the one that's on there. Netflix is
Hulu's
not.
on there.
Yeah.
Netflix
if they do the IDW Ninja Turtles, I would totally read it on my Switch.
Yeah, it'd be cool. So a couple things out of Xbox. Xbox had a Inside Xbox. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, their treehouse.
Yeah.
For this.
So I watched
Treehouse, though.
I watched most of this, and I forgot all of it. But PUBG's coming out of beta or early access on the on Xbox One, and it's September 4th is the 1.0 release, and it'll include the latest map as well as custom game modes like war mode, etc. will be playable right from the thing. They're also bringing out a controller with that has these like rubberized grips
on the
triggers. There's a blue circle around the left analog stick. You get it because the blue circle closes in.
There's a red dot or it's a red X on one of the back of the triggers. I think it's the right one.
I think you're right.
Did you guys? I might be a confusing podcast now at this point. That's what happened when I'm not on last week. You guys did not talk about the fixed PUBG campaign, right?
We did not.
No.
There was that weird thing where the developers are coming out and they're like, "We're gonna fix this game."
Oh, no, I heard about that though.
Yeah. Yeah. So I heard about it. And it's one thing to like put a roadmap up and say that, like, you know, in a press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I just happened last night. I just like to have something on my TV while I play like games or whatever. Or this was 2 nights ago, I think. And I put on someone that was playing PUBG and I hadn't watched in a while. And dude, the fucking main menu of PUBG nowadays says, you know, fix PUBG roadmap. Like,
what?
You have that on your goddamn HTML5 main menu.
Wow.
Well, I guess not HTML5 anymore, but it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's
like,
strange.
that's like not. That doesn't look good.
No.
Especially like a game that popular like, on Twitch though. Like it's not Fortnite at this point, but it's still popular on Twitch. It's still in the top 6.
Yeah.
Constantly for the most part.
Yeah,
It's weird to have on your main menu. I don't know. I saw that and I figured I just wanted to bring that up.
No, and I know that like
so
that was the messaging too. Like when they talked about all this, you had Major Nelson going to Bluehole in Korea and talking about. They were very like, when the game launched, it was not ideal, and bringing it to Xbox was a big task. But we know it's been like they were very like. It wasn't so much the like we're sorry we fucked up, but you got those kind of undertones of just like, yeah, we got to make this right, we got to make this better, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you can't wait for PUBG to roll out of its pre-release, just a few days prior, the Master Chief Collection is hitting Game Pass September 1st. And it is apparently fixed. I don't know. I cannot find a single thing about like when this game's going to be fixed. Like, is it going to be
when they release it?
It'll be
on Games Pass.
so
it will be fixed.
that, but not any day sooner. Like that's
I don't
the
think
day?
so. I think
Alright.
it's that day.
That sucks.
The way they were pitching that, it was like, yeah.
All right. That's fine.
So when you get the Games Pass one, you get the enhanced version.
All right.
How funny would it be if, like, when you go to update it, your whole fucking Xbox crashes and reinstalls the firmware, then reinstalls the Master Chief Collection just automatically to fix the whole game?
Oh my god!
I'm really excited. They, some of the stuff that was talked about was like big push for like Halo 3 multiplayer stuff, like to get that back to good.
Yeah. It's like faster load times.
Faster
matchmaking.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the games are now at 60 frames.
I don't know if that's just on X or.
It could
hold
be just
on.
X,
I finally found it. Jesus Christ! Just gotta click on 39.
Dude, this all sounds good, but it's too late. Like for me, like if this game would have came out and then a week later, like all the vibes were positive, probably would have an Xbox right now.
No, but it could, like, the excitement of it and where it's heading and whatever is working, right? Like, Marc's ready to dive back in. Might not have grabbed you, but it grabbed Marc. Like, even just the collection itself, even knowing it was broken, was enough for me as someone who had never played him to jump in and get an Xbox. It was a combination of, like, I can play all the Halo games and this thing's cheap for Black Friday. Why not? I think it could be big. I don't know. Time will tell.
I know at this point it's like Halo Infinite. They announced it for PC. And we don't know what the fuck this is. And they had that word Infinite on it. So.
Yeah, that'd be
and now I have a PC instead of an Xbox.
I definitely, I wish I could be. Every time I get an itch to play Halo, I wish I could just fire it up on my PC. But Shenmue 3 has another release date.
Great. If Ben was here, he said it will still get delayed.
Yeah, I can already hear it. No, but back on the Xbox stuff, they started that inside Xbox by announcing Hunt Showdown coming to Xbox One game preview. So as PUBG leaves, Hunt enters. Which I don't know how. I guess that game would be okay with a controller.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I want to play more of that.
I finally watched gameplay on that.
It's good as fuck, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it was all during the day. So I was like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I totally get it. Like, I think that's a game I could definitely sink a lot of hours into.
I almost suggested that last night after Dota. I was like, I don't have the brain capacity at 2:30 in the morning to think, like, all right, where are the sounds coming from? Like, I just wanted to mindlessly just shoot shit.
Yeah. No, it's a good game. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like the control scheme on that is going to be severely less complicated than something like PUBG, right? Like PUBG is like complicated with the whole UI menu. That shit sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder how it would be when DayZ comes to Xbox, because that's happening.
Yeah, that was part of that
So,
too.
you know, if we rewind about 5 years ago, remember when this game was coming to PS4 at Gamescom?
Right.
Dude, like, if you watch the dude, like, talking about this game, he looked like his soul was gone from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the same Gamescom that PT was announced?
Yep.
All right.
But he seemed like this seemed legit. I feel like it actually is happening this time.
Oh, I'm sure it's happening because there's a big push. I know Nick is more in that community than I am, obviously, because he actually plays the game. But he's been saying that they've been like doing like beta weekends with Twitch streamers and just people who have the game already, pushing out like these test servers. And he said he got in one of the weekends, and it is tremendously better than what it was. So he seemed very excited about it. He actually got me to pique my interest a little bit. He told me that it's not worth it just to buy it just for these sporadic weekends. Wait till the actual release to get it. But he seemed very hyped about it as someone who played a lot of PUBG, or sorry, not PUBG, DayZ back in the day.
Back in the days.
There's a good chunk more, honestly, but for time's sake, I think I'm gonna cut it. Dead or Alive 6 new characters.
Real breast physics.
It's coming.
It's the important shit.
It's coming. Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight.
And then Persona 3 has like a dancing and whatever.
Are they Vita games? Those rhythm games? I thought they were on
Vita. One on
games.
Vita. There's some on 3DS. I think the dungeon crawlers were on 3DS and the dancing ones on Vita. Sonic Team Racing. Just a little bit more on that. Yeah.
Seems like a racer.
A new in-game event for Forza Horizon 4 lets you do a training mission with Master Chief and drive warthogs.
That's cool.
I did not know that.
When did that game come out?
Forza?
I'll buy Game Pass for that month.
I think it's October. Yeah. Anyway, that is going to do it for us. You can go...
I got one more thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
Another Dota 2 thing. The new characters.
Oh, right.
We got new characters in Dota. Friday night, after Team Liquid lost, they right before they cut to like their late show recap thing, they showed 2 trailers. One that was kind of mysterious, and you didn't see a lot, but the character's name is Mars. It seems like that character is coming December.
Mm-hmm.
And then they showed another character. His name is Grimstroke. That character was available that night.
Did you try him yet?
I have not tried him personally. I've seen him in game twice now. He seemed kind of. I don't know. He seems kind of balanced. I can see where with the right team he would be a son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
His ultimate is something that tethers 2 enemy heroes together. And that doesn't sound too bad, but that means if you use an item or some, if like, say for instance, you use an item that stuns one of the heroes, it also stuns the other hero. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 hit kind of thing. And he also has a lot of silences, so he might be a good support character, or maybe in like an off-later, or like a good position, like 3 or 4, depending, maybe even 2, if depending on how the meta shakes out with him. I'd be curious to see the next couple patches to see what they do with him, whether they buff him or nerf him. But yeah, he seems seems to fit right in with the fold. I haven't seen him be overpowered. Yeah, he was overpowered the one game I faced him in, but then we got some levels on him, and come late game in at least in Turbo, we started to kind of dominate him. So he seems balanced.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Gabe Newell, I guess, officially, I don't know if it was planned or we knew about it, but I guess he officially said the beta for Artifact in October.
Yeah, I don't know if that was out or not.
I don't know if we know how to get into that, or unless it's only for certain people, invite only, but yeah. Artifact, October. I saw you playing the trading card game yesterday, the Pokemon one.
Yeah.
It made me want to play Hearthstone, and then I was like, nah, fuck Hearthstone. I was going to wait till December.
You could just play Pokemon.
That's all right.
Which one is Mars?
I don't think Mars is in that photo, because that's Alena to the left, but Grimstroke.
Is that Grimstroke?
Yeah, Grimstroke was the one, like those thorns, like it looks like it's like an ink brush almost.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Mars one was more of a teaser. They didn't show too much. It seems like he's one of those heroes that puts out like a duplicate of himself. There's a couple of heroes that rely on like making duplicates of themselves. One you see a lot is Terrorblade. The other one, Arc Warden's someone else that you see less often, but also does that as well. So maybe
was that from it?
Yes.
Is that him or whatever?
I don't know. That's Mars or that, but that was definitely art from the teaser.
I mean, this looks like this was all painted with a brush.
Yeah, so like I said, it was very teaserous for Mars.
That looks like Grimstroke, but then again, he has claws. I don't know. Looks cool.
But yeah, new heroes, Dota. That game still fucking had new heroes. As if like 83 wasn't enough or whatever the number is.
And last but not least, right now, save 25% on your Bing rewards when redeeming Xbox money. That's right, 25% off the normal price of a $5 gift card. I'm getting mine as we speak.
Great.
That's so what?
Instead of it being 5,000 Bing points, it's
3,750.
3,750. Yeah.
Got it. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have a math degree at this table. I can kind of do it.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Kind of have it.
Well, that is it. If you like this episode, you can find it and all the other ones on thefreecheese.com or on your favorite podcast service around the world. Additionally, we are all on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Matt is at MattyIce131. Mark is at Og_mental. I am at The Free Cheese. I did that backwards and threw myself off. Sorry.
It's all right. Speaking of Twitter, Joe has some good tweets. Last night.
Nope. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he one was where's Gabe Newell at, which you know I get that. And the other one he said he was kind of enjoying his Dota thing. Don't tell anyone, but he put it out on social media. The irony, you know.
Don't know. What
it's like having a set of keys as the Pokemon. That's not a ghost type.
It's a fairy.
Look at that, dude. I just got $10 for fucking Microsoft. I just got a fucking game, Matt. When a sale hits,
you can change your gamer tag.
Hell yeah,
dude! Microsoft's fucking using that iPad.
Oh, I
anything
know.
you use,
and I had to put my phone number in order to get them to text me the
for
fucking
data
code for it. So
and maybe
my phone number just got sold.
Yeah, all the advertisement, and maybe they might be using your shit to mine for Bitcoin for their own stakeholders.
I mean, my iPad feels pretty hot, so could be.
I mean.
Well, that's going to do it. We'll be back next week with another thrilling episode. Definitely some Halo talk next week. I don't know what else. You guys got anything else planned for the week?
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's kind of like calm before the storm before Spider-Man comes out for me.
I've had a fucking tab open on my phone for about a week. Trying to figure out how to get... There's a Tony Hawk thing on PC where someone... It's a project.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah, it's a project where they put every stage, everything you'd ever want from a Tony Hawk game is now in a Tony Hawk game. But you need to get a copy of Tony Hawk's Underground 2 for the PC, which I'm having a tough time trying to procure. Because how do you buy a game that is like 15 years old for a platform it was not popular? Like right now I can walk in anywhere and get one for fucking PS2 or whatever, but yeah, it's not as easy as you'd think. I'm working on it, but I might, if I can get that to work, that might be the thing I might be doing this week. There's also ways you can patch in all the original music if you have copies of it, which I don't know, man.
Passion project.
Yeah, we'll see. So maybe. I don't know. But that's it. We're going to go get Taco Bell. Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, listener, for listening. We'll see you next week.